Hey everybody, we're going to be starting here in just a little bit. I hope you guys are all ready for the show. Get your cards going. Victory points are going to be big. We also have a guest star tonight for episode 11, First Doe. Man, there's so many puns involved in that. If Trickster shows up, I know I am doomed. I know I am. I'm gonna hear nothing but doe puns the entire time. With that, this is our last 3 episodes for this season as we're running through for campaign 2. This is also our second season for this campaign. Is that correct, Todd? Second season for this campaign? Was Pathfinder first and then Dragonbane? Or was it just this? I can't remember. Is this season 2? Right, that's what I thought. Okay. I was like, I think we did another season. But anyway, this is the end of season 2 coming up in 3 episodes. A lot going on. New merch will be coming out as well, and then we'll be discussing what we're going to do for our next campaign. We'll obviously take a little time off in December, but we have a lot of things coming up here over the next couple months. But enough of that. We got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Get yourself something to drink and get ready to rock and roll as we dive into what I believe to be the beginning of something new for Ethauntia. It is the reign of the Never Never into our material realm that our people are in. Good old Fawn Prince, I know you got it. Well, everybody, we're back. We're back for Ethauntia. We have had a lot of really wild stuff happen over these last 11 episodes, but we found out two very important things. That the circle that was out front, the first grove, the first druid circle, is very important in the war between the winter court and the summer court. And each one of these courts, one of them owns spring and one of them owns fall. And they use that as a war time frame to decide how long summer or winter lasts. The Fawn Prince is of spring, and he is used to either lengthen the time of summer or to lessen the time of summer, depending on which of the courts he is working for. The Winter Court, many decades ago, locked him away in one of the strongest, I would say, trees tied to the Winter Court, but he's been awoken. The players still don't know how exactly. They just know that he took the skull of a dragon and is now wearing it as its crown and pulled the first grove just outside of their outpost. They sent that away, but for some reason, he's still here. Deer have started appearing everywhere, mass amounts of them, and attacking hunters, campers, people traveling. There have been two-headed deer found. People have found half bodies growing inside of some of the pregnant deer during this season. And the worst of all, some people have woke up covered in ticks, and a deer will wake up when they do and run from the camp. Things are going awry. And I have a feeling tonight is going to put a little bit of it into perspective. Well, everybody, it's time. It's time to give birth to the first doe of the Fawn Prince. Never thought I'd say those words aloud on a stream, but hey, here we are. Welcome to Ethauntia Superstitions, everyone. This is episode 11. I am super excited to have a guest star tonight. And it's going to be something a little messed up. We're going to dip our toe into some really like how cryptids are made land in Ethauntia. And unfortunately, I'll bring the cast on. The looks on their faces so far tonight have not been the most pleasant. But we are short a Maria tonight. Maria is not here. She is off planning probably someone's demise or making a new whip or being more of a Belmont. Who knows? So instead, I would like to recap how we ended last session. The door kicked open to the Hunter's Lodge. 2 hunters are dragging a deer into the place, giving birth to what looks like a human as it's trying to crawl out of her. They drag it all the way through, past the infirmary, to the kitchen, and start to strap the top part of the deer down, thinking that something evil is going on. They scream for a couple people to help hold them down as 2 more hunters come in, and they keep the deer from kicking and destroying the place. You can all hear pots and pans getting bashed and battered everywhere. Maria goes to find the person who works in the infirmary to give a hand. And then that will bring us to the face on screen coming out of the back of this deer. Hi, Adam. How are you today?
Fantastic. That's the face you would see, right?
Is that good? That's a good thing? As you're crawling out the back, they get to about the waist, and the first 2 legs pull out, and there are these scrappy, tiny deer hooves. As they start clapping on the ground, as the rest of the party would be making their way into the kitchen, seeing that exact scene.
Adam claps back.
As you start pulling, they start pulling to get the person out. The other 2 are holding the deer down. The first person gets hit by the mother, kicks a hole through the stomach of the deer, of the hunter, and pulls its hoof back out, and it's covered in blood up the elbow. That guy collapses. She turns her head and hits another one, and with a supernatural strength, knocks him over the top of the stove, and the stove ignites.
God damn it.
It shouldn't do that. It takes flint and steel to ignite things back in this time frame. It ignites, and 1 hunter is now on fire. That leaves 2 hunters and the party coming up to the back of the outpost in here. I got one old pregnant deer here. Right, I found a pregnant deer. It was very hard to find art that was not furry based. Really fucking with my search engine. Let me tell you what, everybody.
God. It's just... No, because it's got its spots. It's awful.
It's awful. And I'm going to say you can pick the order that you're arriving from wherever you would have been inside the outpost when this catastrophe is going on. I assumed George is probably back in the library since she forgot for 30 days to figure out how to cure herself.
No, I think that Georgia was really trying to like get the word out about these pregnant deer. So I feel like she probably would be right there. You know, this is something going on with nature, and she wants to make sure everything is like all of the beings are cared for.
Well, maybe out back then, because that's where all the tents are set up of the hunters that are operating out of here. So we'll put you out in the back lawn, you know, between here and the plateau cliffside, and the lift is a little bit off to the east of the outpost. So you're outside. What about Burke? Burke, where would you be during all this chaos? As they dragged it through the front door, through the infirmary, through the billiards room, you know, red carpet, through the main foyer and in.
Could I have my bindle over my shoulder and be approaching the train station in Merrifield by now? I want out of this. Get me out of here.
It is feasible. Yes, you could feasibly be leaving. Do you have a backup character?
I do. He's all set.
Does he have artwork too?
A sketch, but not finished.
I didn't know if you needed the old artwork and the class to go with it. Where would you be
Oh,
in the
man.
outpost as this is going on?
I would be, man.
You're like, not fucking.
What was going on? We had the visitor, and she had
Left
she's still
the place.
here.
No, she left immediately. The lights dimmed and went back up,
left.
and like literally less time doesn't make sense. Remember, because everyone was gone, and then she
Yeah.
disappeared, and then this was going on. You don't technically know what day it is.
It just gets worse and worse. All right,
does, it does,
I
it
guess I would be just coming in from outside.
Okay, front or back or side.
Front.
I'll get rid of
This side
these so
would
I
be
can see a little better.
like out on the front porch, just getting done playing around with testing my hook shot.
Your hook shot, still play with it, hitting cans, doing kid stuff, having a normal day instead of a sad, horrifying day. I get you. So you would have seen them dragging it in. And it would like grab the front porch on the way and pulled itself out some by hooking onto the porch.
So Burke would go after they go by. He's just all right. And he'll walk inside.
I'm back. I'm good. I'm centered. We can do this thing. I promise. So as you recenter yourself and follow in, where is our lovely hunter? Where is Regder?
I thought like we were all in the lobby near the staircase because we had just given over the soul.
This
So I
is
thought
like a
we were
minute or
all
two
right there.
afterwards, and the light went away. You guys could have started walking away, and it happened. It could be wherever you want to be.
I don't think he would have moved. I think if it's just a minute or two, he probably just would have been like, all right.
So you're still in the foyer.
So that happened. Yeah, he's going over his life choices about leaving home and coming here just to hunt and have a simple life, gathering and doing all that.
Yeah.
And then another monstrosity literally gets dragged through the fucking door.
True. It's true. That is what happened.
Did we not just get a blessing to keep all cryptids out of here?
Yes.
Sure
This is
did.
the
You
worst-
sure did.
This is the worst workaround for that. Just have it birthed in here, then it can never leave.
Right? Yeah, it's great.
You mean I planned this? Is that what you're trying to say?
I would guess he sees that happening. Like he's thinking and he looks up and he probably just starts yelling like, oh, what in the nine hells is this now? Is that a human? What? And he'll just probably follow them into the
Okay.
kitchen.
Kicking
What
and
is
screaming,
happening?
you would have seen you probably would have been there first to see the guy get the whole kick through him. Allie's character probably would have been coming through the back door when she hears the screaming, right? Georgia would have came in. Round the corner as the guy gets kicked into the fireplace. And it ignites, and he's on fire now.
Does the deer head kind of look like the one on the wall in Evil Dead 2?
No, it looks like a normal deer. She's just extended more than normal. Like distended, I should say, not extended, distended. And she seems unnaturally strong.
Oh, shit. Great.
I think when Georgia enters, I think seeing one of the hunters on fire, I'm going to grab a sack of flour
Okay.
from the kitchen and use that to extinguish the flame.
You're going to grab wait, what was that?
Sack of flour.
Flour.
Sack of flour. So you're going to go into the storage room and grab something out of
Yeah.
the back. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you start grabbing something out of the back. Burke, you are following in as well, I assume?
Yep.
You probably would have arrived. Whoa.
Just
Hi,
Well,
buddy.
nope,
Let me
not
just...
train
I wasn't
station,
serious
just
about
like
going to
you
Merrifield, but
You were serious. Anytime we both
Buzzing.
grab a token, it does whatever movement we both do. And it sends it in that direction. We're both going in that direction. It just flings it.
that's what happened.
As you get to there, look in, you see the guy kicked and light on fire. The other one who's crawling out, Adam, can I have you give me any of your attacks that don't involve a weapon? Just pick one.
Oh yeah. As you see those first two like hooves like start to flare out, one of it just starting to wail wildly. Yeah, that's gonna happen. You can see a hoof.
Cool. So it's gonna be one of the other
Face.
people. So I have to dodge. I am using my action to hold you down. so I don't get to. Can you give me your damage?
Absolutely.
Do 1 die less, I would say, because you are small right now.
Okay, that's fair. That's 5.
5. He kicks one and hits him in the stomach. You hear something snap like a rib in the guy, but the hunter keeps holding down the mother. Burke, what do you want to do when you were in the room?
Question my life choices.
What? Of
Too
leaving where you were?
You know, didn't have this kind of activity in the Never Never when I was fighting for my life there for a year. Just saying.
It's true. But now you are.
All right. Burke is saying, "What is going on here?" as he's walking into. Whoops! Now I just pasted myself underneath.
I fixed it.
Here we go. What is this?
I don't fucking know, but it's
Can I
horrific.
make a- Yeah, that wall.
I know that.
Yeah.
He's probably dying. He's on fire. What do you got? As he picks up his rifle, axe high,
Yep.
and he moves around this way to possibly decapitate the deer, since she is kicking the shit out of everyone in this room.
Don't you even think about it. She
You're
is
not
in distress.
there. You're getting flour.
She comes
I
back
am, like,
around with
5
a
feet
bag of
away.
flour, man. Like,
You can't see me. I'm small.
that's not how that works. Dwarves aren't small, you
Right.
fucking liar.
In this chaos, could I try to figure out what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
What is
Do
going
you
on with this?
Have a guess on what's going on? If it's good, maybe I'll give you a boon. If not, what skill? And for those who don't know, there's a list in skills in Dragonbane about yay big. Most of them are combat skills, but not all of them. So, what are you thinking?
Man, it's every day something new.
It is.
I think
It is. You're
I
Krypton
think
hunters.
the Fawn Prince is hatching all of his hatching his plan, birthing his children, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the next stage after putting up that grove. So I'm wondering if this is the direct result of him doing his awfulness in the area, and I'm wondering why the hell anyone would drag this inside the house, especially the kitchen.
Can you?
So,
what are you thinking then?
I want to figure out what is happening to this animal.
I would say you could either use myth and legends, because that makes sense, or realm, if you have knowledge realms. Because I think your character
Do
does.
have realms. I do. Spent my time in some. I'm gonna roll realms.
I'll give you a boon. That's you're digging into the right categories.
Okay. Low. I got a 9 and an 8, and that's under 13, so we're both good.
So what I would tell you is this. Yes, this seems like phase 2. Normally, this would be happening in spring. And they would be giving birth usually in like the equivalent to April, with the 4th month of the year. They'd be giving birth during that. That is not the case. We are in Hollows. And when you look up, the other thing I will give you, because you've been in this place enough, the meat that has been cured for the last week has been moved out and is hanging above the stove, like to be grilled or turned into something else. That means that it's been, you're guessing, 4 to 5 days since you last remember.
Oh, okay. So we lost time.
You lost time.
I'm getting used to it.
This,
All right.
more than
I
likely,
will
is the
say-
beginning of his army.
Regdor, I think we lost nearly a week. And this is something that's been going on in our absence.
Lost it how?
I-
From talking to that
no.
tall bitch?
I believe so. I believe that's.
Fuck's sake.
I am
Will you-
becoming attuned to time loss.
It's true.
Screaming lost time. So I think this is the next phase of the Fawn Prince's plan, and we've missed some. What's the term? Some percolation. Some
Gestation.
gestation. Thank you. I don't know what percolation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just
As I look at the huge distended stomach on the deer. Like, well, if we're not going to kill it, will you let her go? They don't give birth on their back. She's got to be standing up.
Yeah, but what fuck? And like the one who got kicked the ribs lets go, and he kind of slinks back. You see blood forming under his tunic that he's wearing. The other one backs up, and sure enough, it hops and puts its feet down. It's time for initiative, everybody. And this is going to be for combat unless you do something dumb. We do have 2 people who understand the wilderness very well here. We have one that is literally going to be a part deer. We're going to see how this turns out. So I'm going to draw some cards. I'm going to do them like we did. We're going to go straight down. Hey, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, if you don't get out of this in time, you're going to start taking damage.
Okay.
Would you like to use Creature's Fury to have an extra Fury?
That'd be amazing.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So we'll use that card from you for you. Let's see what we get here. We're going to use Plague cards, ETH, Creature. I think we have a couple of these. Now, I love using these, but we'll use one from Serving Hands. So I'm going to draw 3 cards for you right out of the gate.
Excellent.
1, 2, 3. You are 8, 9, and 10.
Oh my god.
He is busy. He is busy doing his thing, right? 8, 9, and 10. Then we're gonna go down. Burke, you got a 3.
Being birthed.
Yep, busy being birthed. Burke's got a 3.
Put me back in.
BBB.
Allie, Georgia's got a 6. You have a 5, Regder, and then I'm just gonna pull 1 for all the hunters in the room, and they got a 2. Now, they all back away. They are listening to you. I will opt that they will swap with somebody if they want the 2 spot, but honestly, all of you go before this creature, so it doesn't matter. But what I didn't do yet is pull the mother.
Fuck.
Aw.
Mommy goes first. I'm going to start around. The mom flips upright and like puts 2 feet down and tries to get the next, like her hind legs down, and she kicks the table hard. Table goes launching into the door. And you see part of it like crack, and this is like an old oaken wood-topped table, like thick butcher block. Hits, the legs snap, and it kind of cracks. And
What the hell are you
crams.
doing? This is hand-carved mahogany.
As it cracks and splinters, it's into the door, and you see vines start to grow out of the broken parts of the wood.
What fucking no. God.
That's my action.
Georgia.
Any order you all want to go in, and then we'll go to Adam trying his best to pull himself free.
Fucking
I'll
Ace
give you
Ventura
number
out of
3
the
if you
rhino
want it.
style.
Oh.
I've already put that in the live chat.
Good.
Did you? Oh, for those who don't know, in our Discord,
Yeah.
we have a bunch of people who apparently have collection of memes for days and days, and the memory to know which one's to pull. Our live chat is full of just ridiculousness in live show, just in case nobody knows. So what order are we going to go in here?
I feel like, I mean, George is ready anytime, but
Go.
Great.
You talk
Go.
first.
I'll
You're
do
first.
I can give you number 3. You can go.
It doesn't
Really?
even
Okay.
matter. We'll just go down the list.
Oh,
You guys are all
doesn't? Okay, yeah, because
you're all
right.
before it.
beautiful.
Doesn't matter.
Cool.
We're sandwiched in between.
Awesome. So Georgia is going to go over and move herself. I'm going to try to soothe the deer using bushcraft.
Is that what bushcraft will do?
I think bushcraft is going to be the closest one. I do have beast lore as
No,
well.
bushcraft is probably going to be it. I think you're right. I think it's
That's what I'm-
deal.
yeah,
'cause
for
it kind of doubles for animal.
Yeah, that's
handling, animal
cool. 2
husbandry,
banes.
whatever.
2 banes.
I will assist.
Okay, we'll take 1 bane away.
Ooh.
That's your action as well, though, because
Okay.
you're assisting her.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So get rid of those.
That is an 8 under 12.
8
Let's
under 12.
go.
She calms down a little bit. You can see now that you're close. The skin on her forehead is eroded, and there's like a wound that isn't totally healed.
Okay.
When you got
Okay.
her calm, you're like hands on her, like ticks crawling on your skin as you're kind of holding her in place, getting yourself, close enough to calm it. It's snorting heavily. The breath on it is kind of warm. There's the smell of like fresh flowers in the area around this thing. And then that's only when you calm her. When you walked up, it smelled like decaying, like wet leaves and like the bottom of a forest
like
in
bog.
fall. Yeah, boggy. When you calm her down, she calms down. The vines do continue to grow across the door. The only person left is Burke, and then our lovely person being birthed, hopefully not tearing your entire place apart.
I guess I'll. This sounds violent. I'm gonna bring up my armor just in case something else gets broken and more things grow in here.
You
Just
are
gonna roll
used
to see
to
if it
things aren't
works.
what you see. You are used to that. So
I'm expecting violence, but I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just in case. Oh no!
is that a, did you get a
Net.
yeah,
I got a net
that's our
20.
first mishap of the game. I'm hold on.
Mark it.
Yay.
Hold on. Yeah, mark it.
It's
Don't
alright,
forget
I'm
to
just
mark
excited
that.
to see here.
Adam and I
can't
were
get any
talking about
higher.
this earlier. I think
Higher
it's
still.
page 64, 63, right, Adam? 64?
Yeah.
There we go,
Somewhere-
60.
Somewhere Kelly is going, oh my god. And she doesn't
60.
know why.
Audience, lovely. Look, audience, I feel like this is your service. Can I get a D20 for you on the mishap table? And then we're going to read aloud what this lovely mishap does. Yeah, exactly. As our lovely audience member is saying, what could possibly go wrong? I feel like that should be a shirt. I think what could possibly go wrong and for fuck's sake are the two things that should be shirts.
Real nasty for me. Maybe get shunted to another dimension so I don't have to deal with this.
Hey, we do have some Rift cards if you would like. A 3. All right. The energies take toll on your body and you become sick. As he's birthing, splatter hits over your face and your armor you're trying to form, stopping you from being able to continue the spell as you become sickly. Nothing horrible, no vomiting yet, but it's pretty close. You know, you're in the splatter zone, my friend. You're in the Gallagher area without a tarp.
Oh, no.
Well, that's your action. Good job. That means that that spell
Like
is also
Wrigleyville after
gone
a
for the
game.
day, correct?
Is that how that works? I thought that was Shadow Dark.
I thought on criticals they were. Take a look and make sure. Maybe. Oh no, it's
I'll
on the
double
table. It's on the table. That's what it is. If you roll a high number, you lose that spell for the day. So you can still cast it. You do lose the willpower points,
Right.
and that was the full armor version. So that takes us to Adam. Adam, you're creeping and crawling your way out of here. You got your forelegs out. How you want to get the rest of yourself out? You want to make me a roll here?
Yeah, just trying. I guess just reaching forward to just try to grab whatever I can. And
Well, the table's gone. Now you're on the floor. So there's legs around you. There's a stool. There's boards in the floor, but it's pretty well maintained and smooth in
you said
here.
there's legs. I just
The people's
can't
legs, yeah.
differentiate between people or chair legs. I'm gonna reach out for something.
Oh, okay. Closest person. Yeah, all right. So probably Burke is the closest to you, or if you reach back, that would be Regder. So you
Well,
want to
I
reach in
come
front?
out. I want to come out, so I want to go forward.
Oh, okay. So
Pull.
now the person's grabbing Burke's legs as well as he's sickly. As he's trying to pull himself out. Burke, you don't have an action left, so you can't
We're splashing. And
you can't avoid that. So if you're grabbing a hold and pulling yourself out, you only got a skill of 7. But hey, I'll give you a boon because you're using leverage. So 2d20,
sick.
7 or less, and he's
A little
sick.
distracted.
7 on the money.
So you get up to your torso. Now your feet are out. Now you can kind of crawl a little bit, and you have your hands. Did you see this like childlike deer person pulling themselves out, just covered in slime? You get 2 more actions. Would you like to keep trying?
You trying to pull it? Yes, please.
Okay, another roll. You still get your boon, holding on to him. He's now climbing up Burke.
Ooh. What do I get if I get a 1?
That's critical. That's double success. So you get up to your ass end. You get your first big leg out. Spindly, but out. And he's like holding on to Burke. Like crawling up, standing.
Way up.
You got one more action. Did you use for cheer a card?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time. Let's just whoever this person is.
Boone again. Oh god.
There we go.
I swear to God, if you crawl out and you finish and you go, Daddy, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Did not make that one. That one is a
Tugging. The mom is like trying to make room for a human. It's not going well. It goes to the beginning of the round. Who knew this was gonna be the opening of an episode? If this isn't an Evil Dead horror movie right here, I feel like I nailed this one.
I don't think I've ever been birthed on the
live stream. Yeah, no, never acted out birthing before.
Yeah,
You died on so many of Eric's streams, but being birthed.
Yeah, I figured you needed to be born once instead of killed.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Man, that's what I was hoping for, at least once. Do you want to use another of those cards to have an extra one, or are you good with 2 this round? There's only 2 of these Creatura Furies left.
I'll wait.
Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 for you. All right. So you got yourself a 5, a 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6. Ooh, that's not bad. All right. Burke, you got the 5. Georgia got the 7.
Okay.
4 for Regder. You know, I didn't see a 1 in here. I'll pull your companions. A 10. They're fucking puking and burning. Mommy. An 8. All right, with the order we have here, it's a little different this time. In order, the first person would be Regder on your side, but the Adam will get an action of 2. Would you like to pick up an initiative 1 card to go before the creature? Do you have something that you need to do right now on your side of the battlefield? Does anyone have something where they want to pull the 1 card from the cards played? The serving hands literally drops a 1 right now for you. Does anyone on your team want to go before Adam's character?
I mean,
right now the mom is pulling, trying to get free. She's staring at you. You got her calm, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna stay calm.
Yep.
Do you want to keep her calm before the monster goes, or are you good with yours going before her? You go at 7, she goes at 8. Are you comfortable with those numbers? Going once, going twice.
Yep.
Sold.
I'm just yelling right now.
All right, Adam, you start first, my friend. You get to try to get yourself. You need 1 more good pull to get out.
Let's go. Let's get a good pull. That is a 5.
As he pulls himself totally out, hit the ground, the mother starts to kind of collapse on the back end a little bit, and it's still being held by Georgia. In the room, it starts to get warmer. The fire blazes as you see flowers where any of the blood or matter from these 2 on the ground starts to turn into like roses and daisies across the floor. I'm going to flip his first one. Next up is Burke.
Gotta compose myself
Fucking slime all over you.
and get this guy off of me.
Would you like to force him off of you?
Yes, please.
Okay. That would be a acrobatics roll.
I was only hugging you.
All right.
Uh-huh.
What's hugging you?
This
15, but that's over 13.
he's hanging on tight. This little boy's hanging on tight.
Which is funny because he's really slick.
That's why he's hanging on tight. He's rubbing off. He's probably rubbing the goo off on you like a dog does when it gets out of the shower, like wiping the water everywhere.
He's using you as a bale of hay to wipe his face and nostrils clean.
Yeah. Absolutely. So for Regder, what did you want to do it for? Sorry, I skipped you, buddy.
Well, if this thing is on top of Burke, I'm gonna move over to it,
Okay.
to him,
Okay.
and like, does it look like it's like grappling him? Does it look like it's just?
It's got like an
hanging
arm
on?
around his shoulder. I mean, I don't know. Are you grappling? Are you just holding on because you just were born and your legs aren't stable?
Yeah,
Giving
holding
him
on
a
because I was
hug.
legit trying
Yeah,
to pull myself.
Yeah, and his legs aren't stable. They're wobbly like a newborn deer. The lower half is a deer.
Have I ever seen a centaur before?
No,
Do I
no,
know
absolutely
what
not.
they are?
That would be myth.
Myth and legends.
It'd be a myth and legend with a bane, because there's none in Ethauntia.
There are now.
They never does. But Maria is not in this room right now.
Nope.
One bane. This may be your action, but it's a smart play.
God damn it. I had it on one and not the other. My myths and legends is only a 9.
You can patch it. You can superstition it.
What was the one that I made up? What was the last one that I made up?
I don't know. You should have wrote it down.
I thought we did.
Oh, I did. You should have. Can't use superstition if you can't remember it, man.
Gotta remember when you detailed notes.
Right. I just want to point out to everybody that this is what a deer is called. I'll put it in our live show chat. That is what a deer tar is called.
A deer tar.
Yeah, but it's called a Centaur.
God. I thought I did write it down, but it's not even on the list.
No, I didn't add it to the list yet. No, it's not permanent yet. It was 2 shows ago, by the way.
When
it wouldn't work for this anyway, because it was about moths. Do you have anything about deer being birthed, or maybe cryptids being birthed? That could also be a thing, because you guys are dealing with cryptids a lot. If you don't have anything, patch it, or just let it ride. You know, before the sun sets again.
I think I'm just gonna let it ride.
Okay.
I got an 8 and an 11.
Close.
Off 9. So
you don't know?
I don't know what this thing is, but it came out of a deer. It's got deer legs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and get it off of Burke and get it standing.
Okay. Are you assisting it or are you forcing it?
I'm going to assist. I mean, it's bigger than me, so I don't think I'm going to force it. I'm going to assist.
I know it's not bigger than you right now. It's about your size.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll wrap my arm around its torso.
Yeah, its body.
Both of them.
Torso is the upper half. On Centaur's body is the lower half.
Yeah, I guess I'll wrap around the torso and wrap under the body. And just kind of, all right, so we're coming up now, and I'm just gonna lift.
There's it. Yeah, okay, all right.
Stick its feet out.
Well, the next person is him. I would
set it down.
Yeah, I would like to point out that Adam or Folded, it is speaking in a language you don't know, and it is grabbing you.
Very soothing.
Yeah, as soothing as this man's voice can be.
Lyric.
Yeah, right.
Smooth as moist candy.
He's trying to pull you off the thing, holding you up, but he's like supporting you. This is your choice, man. We didn't discuss anything before the show on how you treat these people.
I'm being pulled off. I don't know. I'm kind of scared a little bit. Because I'm the little thing. I want to try to stand up, but like try to kick, because somebody is now touching me. I want to kick away.
Half the dice, please, for that one. He does not have an action left, which means he just takes it in the face.
Probably more in the shins.
Your shins. Just do 1 die if it's 2 dice.
3 points of bludgeoning.
Does your armor soak that, Drew? Does your armor soak that? I think it does. You might take 1.
Yeah, I think I take damage.
Okay, he kicks you in the shins, but you're still pulling. You're holding on. I'll say that this aid can be for Burke if he wants to use it to get out on his action or something along those lines. The next is 7. That is Georgia. Georgia, are you going to keep trying to calm the mom before the mom's turn?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going
actually,
to.
I take 2.
Yep.
I just have my
Do
coat
my
on.
best.
Thanks. All right. Sitting you down. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna patch it.
Ooh, first patch for the show.
Yeah, because that was in fact a 13/12. And I'm not going to stand for that.
The patches are here on the site if people wonder where the patches are. They're these they're the Ethauntia patches. You can grant them to cast members for a reroll. Or if you ever play a game with me, they work for you for rerolls or for hero points, whatever game we're in. And I run a lot of games of cons. So what'd you do with your patch, girl? Oh, look at that. It's sewn on.
Yeah.
Nice.
My Eddie Munson jacket. That was an 11/12.
Okay. She keeps looking at you. You
Let's
see
go.
the split in her forehead open. And you see an eye start to protrude forward.
Does this eye look like anything we've seen, or would that be an additional roll?
Nothing that would jump out.
Okay.
Nothing would jump out right
coming
away.
through a forehead.
Yeah, nothing out of the gate that would make sense. But
We've just
because
seen a
of
lot
that,
eyes.
yep, and I'm going to change her art piece now. Since the birthing's gone, and I can now switch to what I really wanted. So with that said, that was your action. 8, she goes. She gazes at you hard, and you can begin to feel something intruding into your mind, like it is encroaching from the outside in. I need you to give me a roll here. If you fail this, you will be taking a condition. I need you to give me a will roll with
Can
2 banes.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. 3 dice. Let's go. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
17, 7, and 8 under 18.
You can tell it's trying to show you something, but forcefully, it doesn't. If you let it in, you don't know if you'll be able to get it out easy.
Okay. George is just gonna look at her and go, "Easy. What is it? Can you show me another way?"
Says the flaming skull in blue fire.
The inner mouth, just the candlelight. Easy.
Yeah.
With that takes us to all the other hunters. The other hunters are taking lead when they see Regner trying to pull the doe, the child off. They will come over and assist with it. 2 of them do carefully. They're hunters. They're not stupid. And the other one will start to kind of separate Burke from it as well, like trying to get them apart. So on the next roll, Burke will get a helping, and so will Regner. With that, that's the end of that round. We go into the next one here. Let's see if we can get anything special out of this. Shuffling it up. We're going to pull 2 for Adam. First 2. 7 and 10.
Give me 2.
7 and 10. We're going to go down the list. Burke. Georgia. Regner. Your companions. And your mommy. That means the first out of this is everybody besides Burke goes before. Burke, the helpers will swap with you to give you a 6. So the 3 of you go before the mom and the child. What would you 3 like to do?
I'm going to set him down gently
Okay.
on his feet
All
and
right.
then back away.
I need acrobatics. That you do not pry them apart. You failed. So you need to roll again acrobatics, but you have a boon this time to pull them apart.
Oh, wait, that was an acrobatics?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
To do that?
it's acrobatics. Anything physical is acrobatics. That's what it falls under.
Right. I was rolling Myths and Legends to figure out what it was.
Right.
That's
Yep.
right. So I have a boon to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 8
Okay.
under 16.
All right, you get them separated.
And I will set him down gently
Okay.
and back away.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Burke or Georgia, anything you guys want to do?
I would like to go ahead and roll a healing to see if there's anything I can do to help this deer post childbirth.
Okay. I mean, yeah, there's definitely magic if you have healing magic.
Mm-hmm.
Dear read the dark hold. There's no getting it back.
Let's see. Do.
That's strange.
That is a 6 or a 9. Either way, it's under 14.
6 or 9, either way, it's under 14. Okay. Are you going to use healing? Would you like to use some cards as well? You want some medical science?
Let's go for it.
All right, so we'll give a medical science. That will give you an extra heal, extra die to your healing, whatever it is you're using.
Okay.
You use that from KJ.
So for my healing,
is it a
Dragonbane,
spell?
It's
not a spell.
Just straight up. No, it's just straight up healing.
That takes time. You can't do that.
Okay. Let's see.
You could give her some emotional healing cards if you want to use that role and use emotional healing. I'll let you use some emotional healing.
Let's do that. That
All
sounds
right.
good.
So emotional healing. It makes sense to me. Let's see. What is your skill? What's your total skill?
14.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much do you want to heal her? You can do up to your number.
Let's go ahead and do
We have
6.
a lot of them. No, I do 10.
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, those are Serving Hand, Star Drew, and KJ. We'll use those. So she's now at 12 hit points, which makes her pretty stable. She keeps her other eye open, staring at you, trying her best to draw you in.
Okay.
It's my turn. That was you at 2. Burke went at 4. Or not Burke, sorry. Regner went at 4. Burke, you're at 6. What do you want to do?
I want to get away from this guy.
All right, the door is sealed shut. So where are you moving in the room?
Over here.
Okay.
I'm still grabbed, right? And I have help.
Nope, let
from,
go. He got them
yeah.
pried apart.
I moved, so I'm probably over here.
They pried you apart. You are safe.
Georgia, do you know what is happening with this? This is out of my wheelhouse.
She's trying to show us something. I don't know exactly what it is right now, but I'm trying to get her a little bit calmer to maybe communicate a different way.
By show us, do you mean the half deer, half man thing that just came out the rear end of her? Is that what she's showing us? Because we fucking see it.
No, I don't think so. I think that she'd just kind of motion if that were the case. What is it,
she
Mama?
talking to you? What is going on up there?
Yeah, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna try to find a way to freaking communicate here.
So I'm gonna put that in the journal so you can see what she looks like.
Oh.
Okay.
Dear.
Yeah. The puns, they're already here. I can see them. I'm gonna show this to the audience too.
Bitch.
She's so pretty.
No.
You think I don't know
Why
how to
no?
pull Allie's strings?
Of course I do.
She's just a baby.
She is younger. You are correct. She's younger. But that doesn't... Burke, you're just moving away, right? You're casting your spell again? You got an action.
No, I don't want to burn more willpower. I'm going to just be cautious, stay back.
Do you want to do a quick...
I'm going to try to...
Oh, you can't do quick to get willpower back. That's right. It's hit points only.
No, it's the other way
Well,
around.
I could do the 1 round rest, but
Yeah,
that's-
1 round. Sorry,
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay,
yet.
so you're just moving out of the way? No action?
Round rest, you get
What ab-
willpower, not hit points.
What about the guy fucking on the ground on fire?
I'll put the fire out.
Okay, so you're gonna help put the fire out on him. So you cover him and stuff and start putting fire out, all right? That goes to
I just-
Adam. You are standing. Your voice is there. You're younger. You have 2 actions. Are you being harmful at this point, or are you just kind of getting your bearings? Because you're really the deciding factor if we stay in combat rounds.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to get bearings right now. Because nothing has hurt me thus far.
Nope.
Except touching, but hungry. Any food?
There's
Any
hanging
way
meat
to
in the
get-
room. There's vines growing on the wall that have berries coming off of them right now.
I want to run over and eat some berries.
Okay. You start
Is there
eating
anybody
berries.
between me and the berries? Like anybody in my
No,
direct path?
no, it's a direct pathway.
I run right over there and I start munching.
Berries
on
are right here on this wall.
Yeah.
Like, badoop, you stumble off over to there where the table is and start plucking berries off. Are you using your hands even? Do you even realize they work?
I think I think it's like a mixture. He's like going up and like reaching for it, but then also grabbing them at the same time as well too. And
Okay.
yeah, he's still kind of figuring it out a little bit.
Okay. So as you are kind of like getting food together, gathering stuff, I'm going to take us out of combat as long as the mom stays calm one more round. The other people come over and help put the fire out on him. They drag that hunter out of the room, getting him away from what's going on. They drag him out back and they start patching him up. So all the hunters but one will leave. The mother continues to stare. I'm going to try to force this one more time. I need you to make me another will this time, but only at one Bane instead of two.
Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna use a
You're
moth dice.
Moth dice. Okay, yeah, that'll help you.
Yeah, 6 and a 2.
You can see the images flicker again. You can feel the pressure this time. It feels, the only thing I'll give you does no harm to you, but you feel urgency. Like there is an urgency in the images that they're trying to pry in. And the eye on this side blinks once, and it glows kind of like a light gold. There's almost like tears on the corners of it, but it's probably more from the ramifications of what just happened. And she's kind of sitting down. You have healed her. She sort of kind of gets up on wobbly feet, and she starts kind of wandering and bumping things in the room. You can see a little bit more of the deer mentality coming in and less of the intelligence. It's just starting to look panicked.
Okay, I'm...
Someone says, anyone got salt lick?
Yeah, right? I mean, do we?
There's salt in the room.
We do. We're in the kitchen.
I mean, yeah, there's probably
Maybe
block
there's
salt
salt.
for curing meats and shit like that in here. And there's probably salt bins for curing, fish and skyfish and deer and things that you hunt in the area.
If there's a chunk of it, I'm gonna grab a chunk and I'm gonna break off part of it and put it on the floor, and I'm gonna piece of candy my way out the back door.
So they lick them, they don't eat them. If you want a piece of candy your way out, you need something they can eat. Deer just stand and lick.
And walk her out.
Yeah, you can hold it and walk her out if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
That's fair.
That sounds great. Can I get a hunting and fishing from you, please?
Hunting and fishing or bushcraft?
Oh, hunting and fishing.
Oh, okay.
This is like setting a trap. Come on, let's be real. You're like spraying musk on trees and shit right now, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, you walk her all the way outside. I'll put you and her outside. The room is clear. It is just the child, Burke, and Georgia.
I'll go a little bit past where I am and set it on the ground just so I can get back inside.
She leaves you alone. You can come all the way back in. We're out of combat rounds.
I'm gonna stay here and keep an eye on her and see what she does.
Okay. You'd have to stand outside on the porch. That is enclosed because of snow. So you'd have to be outside down the stairs.
Like on the ground or on the
Yeah,
stairs?
it's made so that when snow blows, it doesn't bury the door in.
Eric, I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a new machine right now.
Be there.
But
so
I
have cover.
would like to go ahead and follow outside and cast Animal Whisperer.
All right. So you're going to be out on the grass then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I have a talisman for it, but it wasn't a prepared spell. So
what does it do?
Animal Whisperer lets me talk to a bird or mammal.
Okay.
I can ask a number of questions equal to the power level. Animals can tell me what they've seen, heard, smelled, but they do not perceive the world as humanoids do, and their answers are hard to interpret. The main advantage is that they never lie.
Ooh. So I'm assuming it's only power level 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. If it's only power level 1, what do you want to... You get to ask it something, right? What do you want to ask me?
Yes.
I'm a deer.
I want to ask her, what are you trying to show me, girl?
It would turn and stare at you immediately, lock eyes with you. The third eye is closed, but you can see it start to open a little bit, but your spell will give the answer. There is a rapid flash of the following. winter, snow falling off of the trees, leaves growing, then summer happening, and then it goes into fall, and not only the leaves decay, the trees die away into just husks, hollowed out, and there's deer lined up across the forest line, and they are smattered in blues and pinks. That's the only image.
I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like put my head like down towards hers and pet her a little bit.
Are you gonna walk out? Regdur made her away from the place to give you space. She is away from everything right now.
Yeah, no, I'm following her.
Okay. You follow. She steps back 5. Do you follow?
Yeah.
How are you gonna be within touching range?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll move you in touching range. Regdur,
Georgia,
when she walks within touching range, you see the horns that are on her kind of grow up and around like this.
Georgia,
She does not seem to notice.
get out of there! Move!
Georgia, you
Question.
hear whir in the background.
Her horns or my horns?
Hers.
Okay. No, I
She opens her
I
third
was
eye and
just
tries to
gonna-
lock gaze again.
okay.
I need you to roll again with 1 bane. She does trust you. I will tell you, we have shift attitude cards if you would like to use them.
14 and 4.
Yes, fuck, use one. God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God.
The audience has already yelled at toys like, you shift attitude. We'll use Star Drews here that they just played. Her attitude shifts. The horns stop growing and they kind of slowly recede back in. You see another flash of images. You see her outside of a cave, hunters' tents that are like collapsed. And deep inside the cave, the camera kind of flickers like going through a stop motion book, missing pages. It goes deep inside, and you see some form of a tree, a small one, growing in the middle of this cave. And the image stops. And she bounds off. Sounds like that.
All
Whatever's
right.
in the background.
I
Sounds
was
just
gonna
like that.
say.
Perfect timing. That was fucking amazing.
Good job, girl.
With that said, we are out of combat rounds with a newborn Ilutar sitting inside of the outpost, snatching berries, and Burke is the only one inside watching it with one hunter. The hunter leans over to Burke and goes, I'm gonna be honest with you, in the field, I would have just shot this thing. Is that the point we're at right now?
Not unless you want to deal with Georgia.
Who's Georgia?
So
There's a lot of new
that will
hunters here, remember?
absolutely flay you if you did that. So
You realize this is a hunter's lodge, right?
yeah, well,
He's got
Who
like his
dragged
hand
us
on
in
his
here in the
pistol
first
right now
place?
on the side that like the deer can't see, the human deer can't see.
I don't know, just let it be. The expert will be back in.
The person with the skull for a head is the expert?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, man. I'll be ready. And he kind of backs over to the corner next to the stove and puts the fire out on the stove, and he lays his pistol kind of like behind the wall so they can't see it, just in case it's needed. He's ready.
Some weird animals here. This is your first time?
Yeah,
First time.
I came from
the
the
brush?
eldest sister. Yeah, it's not. It ain't a normal place to me. I was told there was a
No.
call for hunting season early, and I'll be honest, I'm just here to feed my family.
Well, there's going to be a lot of strangeness. This is like a 4 on a 1 to 10. So just roll
That's
with it.
4.
Yeah.
Is there another hunter's lodge around here anywhere?
I hope so.
As the camera pans back to everybody coming into the room, you get your fill of food, enough to eat. There's no berries, and they do seem to keep regrowing them at a slow rate.
I was gonna say, is there over on the table like a tankard or anything as well too?
There's tons of tankards and barrels and stuff like that in the area. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I want to say like when I like that final handful, you just
Yeah, like
see
right here.
this thing like put his hand out, and then this tankard like just starts floating towards his hand, and he just grabs it and just like downs this tankard of ale.
My God.
There's multiple in
How-
here. I mean, you drinking an excessive amount
Oh no, just one so far.
so far. Okay, just making sure. So far. Georgia,
old is
Richter,
this?
are you guys coming back in before I
Uh,
answer any questions?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your question, Allie?
How old does he look?
I would say he looks like he's about 8 as a human. 5 to 8.
So a 5 to 8 year old just downed a tankard of ale.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
cool. Oh, hello
Wisconsin
there,
born and
little
raised. No, I'm just kidding.
buddy. Maybe not that. Do you want some water?
She goes to reach, and like his hand like comes up and just like grabs her wrists and stops her.
More berries.
You
And
know,
lets it go. Just
we
goes,
can get you some berry juice.
Where the fuck do you have that at?
I assume we'd have it.
There's not a single
through it.
motherfucker in this hunter lodge who goes, you know what I need tonight? I need some fucking berry juice. You mean wine? Yeah, there's wine here.
I mean, if we're making mead, there's probably some berry juice laying around.
I
some-
doubt it. It's probably
Gummy berry
immediately
juice, maybe.
in the mead to make it, man.
Just saying there's a chance if that's what she's looking
Okay. No. I rolled.
for. I tried, sis. God.
You know that would be, you know what? 4 days ago? Yeah, there was some. You do remember there being some juice 4 days ago.
Which we missed.
Mountain Dew and clam juice.
Conferring just again that it has been longer than that.
Centaurs love
Ah.
clam.
We
juice.
have.
Ugh,
Do we
Mountain
have
Dew.
fruit and sugar?
Probably.
Okay.
Soda,
Gonna roll some strawberries
purple
and
stuff. Sunny Delight.
Oh, Sunny D.
Cool.
Okay.
Stuff. Jesus.
Anything else before we continue into the chaos? No? Okay. As you are all watching this thing eat, drink, I'm assuming, and this is really up to you, Adam, how long do you eat and drink before you finally pass out?
Probably like 20 solid minutes, and then just
So normally, even a baby deer, like they do get up, walk around, but they will sleep. About 20 minutes later, this thing falls asleep. I'm assuming in the middle of the kitchen, surrounded in open tankards and berry stains.
Berry juice. It looks like he just ripped apart meat or something. There's just berry juice all over him, and he's just got like, yeah, definitely next to him, like one of those other tankards too. A little bit of froth like in the corner of his mouth.
Okay. What do you all want to do with him while he's sleeping? Are you locking up the fucking kitchen for now? What are we doing?
All right. So,
Are you going into a new room?
what's next?
This door is also literally vined shut.
Yeah. I think maybe we
is
could. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Library shift?
That
Take a
seems like a good plan.
Shift of time studying the library?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
We can.
I can actually.
leave-
Oh, sorry.
I mean, this door is. It's like it's welded with wood.
Yeah. It's grown over. Like vines have been there for equivalent, looking at it, no roll necessary. They look like they're about 3 weeks old.
Right.
Like good grown young vines. It's kind of how they bind in and stuff. You could take time and pull them away, but it's grown heavily. And they're, I would say, probably blackberries.
Oh man,
So they're thorny.
love blackberries.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't
They're
know
growing
if I
out
want
of the table.
the table that got kicked. So wait,
That
so not
wherever the
door,
breaks
on the
are,
table.
wherever the breaks are on the table, that is where they started growing from.
So we could take the table out of the door
If you cut it,
and
You'd have to cut the vines from the table. They're growing out of the table.
Right. I'm saying we could cut the vines that are on the door, connecting it to the table, and take the table out.
Maybe.
And still have a source of blackberries. This is what I'm asking.
Maybe.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing while they go to the library?
I'll take a... Yeah. I'll do that.
All right. What are you using to cut these down? And first off, how many people are going to the library? Is both Burke and Georgia going? You are? Burke, are you going as well? Or are you staying in here?
Yes.
Okay, so you two are going to the library. So you go outside and go around. The one guy who's burned up, they're putting ointments on him next to the tent. A lot of the hunters are gone right now. They're out doing the job. Hunting season was called early. You guys walk all the way around to the front door. While that happens, the camera kind of stays watching you walk by the window, and it turns back to the sleeping deer human on the ground. And how exactly, Regtor, are you going to cut these off the door?
So I'm going to take a bowl that's in there.
Okay.
And then I pull all the rest of the blackberries that are on there and leave that for when he wakes up. But I want to be able to hand it to him.
You can easily get a bowl full.
When that happens. And then I'm going to take my clan dagger and just kind of like saw through.
When you go up and do that, you see some that haven't finished growing, but they're larger. Blackberries are small. These are like 5-6 times that size growing on. They haven't finished growing yet.
The blackberries haven't?
Whatever these ones are, have not. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 large ones.
I'm gonna start cutting. I'll leave like whichever one looks like it's gonna be the largest.
They're all
I'll
about the
leave
same
that
size.
one for- Okay.
They're all attached to the bush. That's how you're not tracking back where these come to, because you know how blackberry bushes are. Good fucking luck.
Yeah, no. I want to leave. You said they're growing out of the table. I want to dislodge the table and cut the vines away from the door.
I understand.
So I can.
I understand what the fuck you're trying to do. You're trying to get a source of blackberries. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You start cutting it with your clan dagger. I'm going to tell you something you do not want to hear. It chips your clan dagger. That wood, you're sawing it. I mean, it is like knurling the edge.
Bushcraft?
Yeah, you could.
Son of a bitch. Okay, this I am gonna patch because that's bullshit. 15 over 14.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and mark bushcraft.
Would you get a 20?
No, yeah.
You have no idea what this is. Here's what I will say. It can't be natural. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You think that to get this off this, you would literally need a pry bar, and you would need to pry the thorns from the wood on the wall, and it would take an entire shift to move this thing. I'm talking like a full 6 hours to do it without hurting yourself.
Right, because I'm walking around a briar patch.
Mm-hmm. And it is growing still across the wall. Like, it's sprouting still.
Okay.
Are you going to take a shift and a pry bar and go get the carpenter and try to get this off?
Yeah, I'm going to go get the carpenter. I'm going to have him on the other side of the wall so he can hammer the opposite side of the nail through.
Oh, they don't grow. No, there's nothing on the other side.
Oh, there isn't. Okay. Yeah.
He would come in with a saw, hammer, and a pry bar. And when he realizes it's not working, he starts prying the wall boards off. He's like, it's easier for me to replace the boards and take that whole thing outside.
Right.
And it's going to be for me to pry this away.
Okay. So I'll assist in doing that.
So the two of you together, give me a craft roll. It's at a Bane because of it being dangerous. If you aid each other, one of you can roll.
I mean, I'll let him roll. He's the carpenter. So I'll add.
He cuts himself hard about an hour into this, and it starts spilling blood all over the floor. And you see the vines grow towards the blood.
Wait, well,
and he like wraps his hand, and he wipes up the blood, and they stop growing when the blood's gone, and he's gonna attempt it again. I roll a 19 on the second one. He gets himself wound in it like a deer caught in a barbed wire fence, or in this situation, a ram caught in a barbed wire fence. At about the last hour, he has a bunch of the boards pulled, but not all of them. It is loud enough to wake up our dear friend as he starts yelling and screaming, and the more he thrashes, the more he's getting wound up in it.
I'm gonna use my axe, my magical axe, and try and cut him free.
When you start trying to cut him free, you do notice that the fruits have grown larger. They're about this big now, just in that course of 4 hours. Not open yet. And you start trying to cut him free. I will say weapons roll. It makes sense because you're using that to cut.
Yeah.
1 Bane because you have no assistance.
Axes.
I was not expecting anyone to get caught in the shit. I just leave the fuck alone. But no, Drew can't leave well enough alone. He's got to have berries.
I'm trying to get the fucking door back open so we can get into the kitchen.
He needs berries. He has to have berries.
Save the berries.
You guys didn't hear Tom, and Todd said put a new door in next to it and leave it.
Just put it in a new door next to it.
We're taking
let
taking the wall boards off. We might fucking well.
It's gone, man. Sometimes you just gotta let it go.
What you got, buddy?
Yeah.
With a Bane. It's an attack roll.
With the Bane, it's 16 over 12. I failed.
Ooh, sir, that's bad for you. I need you. Do I hear a superstition? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that the beginning of superstition? Okay. My pen is ready.
When dealing with magical plants or regular, it's best to pull it from the weed or from
the root.
The root. Yeah.
So how about just always pull magical plants? We don't need both. Magical. You be specific.
Yeah.
Plants. By the root. Go ahead and give me a reroll. I hope you fail this one too.
Wow. Thanks, Dick.
I just want them to come back after a 6-hour shift of working on the library. And it's just you two stuck. And then Adam's character eating berries around you.
Fucking Banes.
I
rolled an 11 and a 1.
Sure
so
enough.
I don't get the 1.
Just like trying to help him out, you get trapped in these vines as well.
11. I made it.
Oh.
I rolled an 11 and a 1.
Oh.
So I didn't get the crit, but I got it.
Well, you
Fucking
start cutting it away. You realize it's going to take you a whole shift again to do this. So this is 2 shifts worth of work. Meanwhile, you do wake up some point in time. Get back, all justice. You do wake up during this, Adam, and see it. It's up to you if Fulrid is even cares, if he's just watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch him for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of sit there.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point when he has his back turned, I wanna go out the back door.
At some point in time during this whole thing, that deer is gone. Can I please get a stealth from you, since that is one of your trained skills?
Do I get an awareness to see him leaving?
I need to see what he rolls first.
That's a 715.
Okay, give me your awareness roll. Add a Bane, because you're hacking at a door and trying to help someone.
Yep. God. Oh! Add a Bane. Would you roll a 7?
7.
I got a 7 and a 4.
What you don't see him, what you do hear is the door shut. And he's gone. He's fucking gone. Meanwhile, back inside of the other place, Bats. Galloping deer. Yeah, I need a bat. There you go. I would never use that as an animation on this show. So while these two chuckle fucks in the background that you can't hear, thank God, as you two are in the library, you hear like hacking and sawing and yelling through the wall inside the place because they are trying to get this thing free. You're going to use the library. Our library here, we have Golthok, dwarves, disease, hunting, medical, ether storms, Moldovia, tides, the first circle, and the fawn prince. That is all of ours that you get bonuses to. I would say that the first circle is the most likely use of library knowledge here, which means you guys get a boon.
Beautiful.
My question is, are you both researching two separate things, or are you helping each other on one thing over the course of a shift? And is Allie going to cheat and spend some points and do a quick one and then do that?
That's
what do you
what
think,
I'm gonna do.
Georgia?
Oh,
What do you fucking, Todd? What do you think, Georgia? Hey, XP?
Well, should we both look into the same thing, or should we split our attention? You look at one thing, and I look at another.
Gosh, I'll tell you, I can barely pay attention with all this banging. And I'm gonna kind of just like hit the wall a little bit.
Well,
That's about the time that Regdur is like, this is going to take another hour, another 6 hours, man, I'm so sorry. He's just like sawing away, and then the deer leaves.
knowing your brother, he's probably just paying.
Yeah, that would be no, hour 4 he got trapped. Hour 6 you're trying to get him out. Hour 7 the deer disappeared. They're going to be in there for at least a shift and then coming back as the deer disappears. So anyway, research.
Well,
how do you want to do it?
I think that I think maybe we divide and conquer on this.
I think that's a good idea.
Look, it didn't blow up.
You want to take one circle? I'll take Fawn Prince, or
That
vice
sounds
versa?
good to me.
Right.
I've been meaning to look into the first circle a little more anyways, so
Okay.
Okay.
cool.
Before we
cool.
have you both roll, Allie, are you going to pull out your book to do research at a quicker pace for the first one?
Absolutely. And it gives me a boon.
So that means you get 2 boons. What are you researching with this quick check that takes you how long? An hour instead, right?
A shift.
A shift, okay. So what are you gonna...
It's down from a stretch to a shift. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking into first circle and
Other way. Shift to a stretch. Stretch is the 15, shift is the longer hour one.
cuts down to a stretch from a shift. You are correct.
Okay. I was like, ooh boy,
my
that's
secret,
a
I can't
horrible
read.
magical item. So let's do your first one. While he's starting his research, you're doing this one 1st. Let's see what you get. It is, are you looking into the deer? Are you looking into him? Are you looking into what? The boy that was born?
I'm gonna look into the boy, and then I'm going to
Nope, boy
afterwards look
first.
into
Starting there. Nope, before we do anything else. Your quick roll for this. You get a boon
The
from
boy.
there. A boon from that. It is at... Hold on. Don't you go fucking rolling yet. We ain't done. Stop.
Okay.
Don't you drew me. Rolling before I tell you what to do. You are at 2 Banes because these have not been seen before.
Oh, okay.
That's been established. No one knows what this is. So you get those taken away from your book and the library, rolling normal roll.
Beautiful. Okay. Let's take a look. And this is going to be a... Where is my roll? My gracious. Mitson, is this considered...
What are you asking me? What it falls under?
I'm looking
Realms?
for the roll.
Realms is most likely. If you want to know realm stuff. If not, it's myth and legends. You just get different information.
Okay. Myths and legends is what... I don't have realms. So.
Well then, myth and legends it is.
All right. And that's a no-go. That is a 17 under
And this was
12,
about the
or
boy,
over
you
12.
said? Mm-hmm. So no answer on the boy. You haven't found any how this works, what's going on. So I'm going to mark down that Georgia researched the boy. Get a fail on the first one. You could research again, but you have to change how you're doing it. Either he would have to aid you, right? Or you would have to use a different skill, but you don't have realms, so you can't. Stop singing. I can't talk to when I hear singing in the background. I'm gonna mute you. So if that doesn't work, he would have to aid you, or you're just gonna need to pick a new topic for your actual research.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pick a new topic.
What's your new topic?
The new topic is going to be, I'm looking into those deer that I saw in the vision.
The ones that are painted in the blues and pinks? Mm-hmm. Okay.
The tree and the cave.
All right. Give me, that's again, Bane. Never been seen before.
Okay.
Myth and legend, and you would be a normal roll if you have assistance, but you've already used your book today.
I have.
So now you're 1 Bane.
All right. 1 Bane. Let's do this. That is a 5 and a
what?
16. And a 16.
16 is
but
over,
I'm going to. George is taking this very, very seriously because there is a superstition that when the deer talk, you listen.
Okay. Got a second superstition for the soul. When the deer talk. For those who don't know what this is, when they make a superstition, they get a reroll. If they use that superstition at any point in time again, it becomes permanent and anyone can use it. When the deer talk, you listen. It should say run, but sure. And this is Georgia. Okay.
All right. And that brings it to...
You gotta read both of them. You don't reroll one, you reroll both.
Oh, both of them? Okay,
yes.
okay. We've got a 12 and a dragon. I can get fucked.
There is
a demon.
no representation of these deer-like people painted at any time. Maybe if you had some realm knowledge, but there's no myth. No one's really knows about this in any of the recorded books that you have in this library. With that said, at the same time, Burke is researching stuff separate. What are you researching instead of those two things, since you said you're going to do something separate?
I want to do some. I want to look into the Fawn Prince, because if this is phase 2, I want to know what's next.
All right.
Or how bad this phase is going to be if it's.
Would you like to do realm knowledge or myths and legends?
I am going to have to go realms. I'm much better at that.
That'll give you a little bit maybe more about the war front and how this happened. Maybe you can get some information that way. 2 Banes as well.
2 Banes. All right.
Minus 1 from the library. Because libraries give you
1 Bane.
Yeah, 1 Bane in total.
All right. Well, I don't get the dragon, the natural 1, because of a Bane, but I do get the 3 under 13. So that's.
So both of them are success. So you do make it. You're saying
a 1 and a 3. Yeah.
All right. Yes, this actually is the phase. Usually, that's the sign of war. They are fighting the fairykin. Fairies bleed in bright, vibrant colors. You're guessing this is either showing them at the beginning of the war or the end of the war, from what she's saying. Specifically, there is a battlefield in the Never where this war happens every time during spring. When summer is trying to extend, like, you know, that summer goes into October kind of feel, right? In our world, that is what this is. This is the sign of that war. If that has already been seen, that means that somewhere here, that war has started. That battle. I shouldn't say war. It's a battle. It's not actually a war. It's a battle between two sides. When one wins, that determines if it's longer or shorter. That's your guess.
Can't they just use a groundhog like everybody else?
You would hope. But when did the Fae do anything easy ever? So she would be studying a little longer than you because she did a full shift of studying, stretch of that one. So like a couple minutes later, she would finish up. She comes up empty-handed. You come up with something. And about that time, you would hear the knocking and then whatever Regder says as the kid is leaving, as I go back to the full group.
I'm assuming Regder's got it under control.
Get her out of the pen. Whack,
No, he doesn't.
whack.
That fucking timing. Adam, where do you go? Are you just wandering around the land outside, or are you like running somewhere, or are you?
No, I was so I wake
There's
up
music
in
playing,
this
his hair's
room.
just blowing in the wind.
Yeah, I wake up in this room hungry, kind of scared, but then no reason to really be scared that I could tell.
Yeah,
There's
they're not
food, there's
shooting you
drink, I
yet.
slept, and then I was woken up. I more just wanted to get away from the noise.
So you're going outside?
Yeah.
Oh, here,
yeah,
I'll tell you what the
more-
area looks like. You can tell me where you're at. The back of this cabin, or this hunter's lodge, faces a plateau. There's a bunch of tents set up out there. Some are empty, some have people in them. Most of them are out hunting right now. To the west of the lodge is a very large 3-story barn. To the east is some form of a platform with a wooden structure that goes into the sky. To the south, it would go out. You can see a big crater as you're kind of rounding the area. And then a little ways out, probably about 1.5 miles, there's a plateau you can go down. You don't know where you are. You have no fucking clue.
Wandering. I'll look back at the cabin.
Sure.
It's how cold is it outside? Is it kind of cold?
It's in Hollows. Hollows is the equivalent to our October.
Okay.
So
A little
60s.
little chilly.
You're in the mountains.
Picture me not actually wearing this, like I'm naked.
When you do round the house, you will notice you feel drawn when you look through the window that kind of looks into the cabin where the vines are growing, because you're hungry. He did set a bowl of fruit out. I don't know if you're like carrying that and eating it, but you do see larger fruit growing, and you feel very drawn to them. They're not open. They're not ripe yet. And you're also wearing no clothes or armor. You're just furry and shirtless.
Yeah, I think I would. I don't want to go back in that room. I mean, they don't look ready to eat. He's making noise. I want to go and see if there's another way to go into the house.
Yeah, there's a front door and a side door. If we go to the widescreen here,
Yeah.
you can see there's one here. There's one here. And there's one that goes into a greenhouse in the back here that has all of Georgia's herbs that she's growing and plants for medicinal things. Like healing people, patching people up, smoking, painting. There's flowers for dyes. That whole room is a smorgasbord of plants.
Kind of cool. Let's go back there.
Okay. So I'll move you over there. The door is shut. When you try to open it, it's locked. Doesn't feel like a very strong door.
I try a little harder to open it.
You kicking it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your damage. Again, 1 die, remember.
Yeah. 9.
Somewhere else in the house, as they finish studying, Regtor's slicing away at this stuff. You hear a crashing noise and the shattering of glass. Claybell walks to the other door and opens it. And you hear Claybell and Dwarven go, "What in the fuck is that?"
New friend, don't hurt him.
Will Cuff would look around. I would like to point out that you've never seen anything like this before. Another one is a dwarf. She's got a scar for her eye. That's normal. The other one puts his head around, and it looks like leather stretched over wood. It has odd angles, like a puppet, like a marionette. But it's a dwarf with like a kind of a beard on it. There's scars that have been like stitched shut. Like if you tore leather on a wooden puppet, you would just sew it back shut. That's the dwarf that peers out of the other side. And they're yelling in a language you don't know. She starts to in common, which you would understand somewhat. Shoo! Shoo! And she moves into the room. What do you do? What are you doing, Adam?
Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
She came into your room. Shoo! Shoo!
Oh, coming to me. Oh, I thought you were saying that's what they all heard. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, telling me to shoot. I think I would kind of like just kind of bat at her just a little bit.
She's not right next to you.
Oh, she's not next. Oh,
She's 2 squares away from you.
Okay.
You're not. You haven't moved into it yet.
There we go. tell me to shoo. Okay. All right, fine. I'll kind of back up and I'll make my way down and around.
All right. Leaving all the food source behind?
Yeah, right now I've somebody coming at me, shooting at me.
So I'm
right
assuming
now.
you're just going to wander these grounds fucking with shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of my thing right now.
When you guys finish researching, Claybell has been watching. Willcuff will climb up to the roof and follow around and keep an eye on him. Claybell will try the front door into the kitchen and realize it doesn't work. She'll make her way all the way around the back, bitching and moaning and whining. Until she gets in the room. These two are in the library. You're chopping things down. And she goes, what in the holy fucking shit? And it's like, you've been cutting and cutting. It's just outgrowing your pace. It's just like on the ceiling now, and those big things are now hanging from the ceiling. They're like this big around. She goes, what in the fuck did you do? Again.
I didn't do anything. Again? Go fuck yourself. I didn't do anything. All I did.
I don't see your sister anywhere, so the only fucking person to blame is you.
Is it? If my sister's not here, what do you think happened?
She probably did it and left. You're right. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, look, there's a half man, half deer thing walking around. I don't know where he is.
It kicked down the greenhouse door. And I mean off.
It
and you hear the carpenter go,
deer.
God damn it. It's just wrapped up with the fucking vines.
Anyway, I came in. I was trying to get the feckin' table lodged out of the door so we could get back through. He got tangled up in it. I've been trying to cut him loose and get this out of the door so that we can get back in. We've been prying off the wall boards because it's the only way to get it. Like, it's the only way to get free.
Look, Willcuff is watching him from the roof. He's just going around the grounds. Let's just leave it be. Maybe it'll go back to sleep if he ain't making a racket. Right? Right?
Right. We gotta get him free, though.
Look, buddy, I like you. You're great. Flujack's gonna be really mad, but I think you're fucked.
No.
We're gonna have to cook you. He's like, is this your humor? She's like, yeah, I just don't know how to get you down. You're fucked.
This is my sister. My other sister. I know you know her, but I just don't want you to...
Cut faster, less talking. The vines are like slowly creeping across the ceiling in the kitchen. This place is shit. You're like growing inside of a briar patch. Now, I do need, because there has been a change, your sister's with you, can I get either realms, or can I get a beast lore from you? It will be at 2 Bane, -1 from her being here.
Well,
I'll even let you have a bushcraft card too. That'll get rid of the other one. It'll be a straight roll. I'll let you use a bushcraft towards your beast lore, because it is technically involved with this. We'll use Allie's since she's not here, just to show that she really does not cause these problems.
I don't have realms, so I'm rolling beast lore, and it's only a 5. So what do I have? A
beast lore? You just a regular roll, no Bane anymore. Regular roll.
Fuck yes! Dragon! Let's fucking go!
You have seen cryptids of the animal variety. They burrow inside. They usually give birth inside of like briars and thorns to protect them from other animals. You are
right
where it would be birth, and it would be growing around him until he comes of age.
And the berries are there for him to eat, so he doesn't have to leave.
Question is, what are the big ones? She looks at him, she goes, no, we're not opening it. Let's get him free.
Right.
She goes, hold on. Goes over to the stove, lights it. She starts lighting and heating up a knife. Fire, right? It's got to be that's got to be the answer. She comes over and she goes to touch the vine, and it thrashes her. She gets hit Some armor gets soaked. She's like, okay. Not the right answer. Look, we're just gonna have to feed you here till let's go. What? You have a better fucking idea? I can't speak to plants. That's your sister?
We need something that can... We need a saw. Like, we need an actual saw.
He's like,
that can
out
cut through this.
in the barn, there are plenty of saws.
Right, no, I'm talking about one that can cut faster than this can grow.
Well, I don't have an answer for that, man. Cut it at the root. Kill it. Fuck it. She goes, he's not wrong. We could just cut it at the root. Maybe they'll die. We should wait till these grow, though, right? Are you hurt? He's like, no, I'm not hurt if I don't move. He can survive a day this way. Well, let's just find out what happens.
As of now, but if they grow too thick, we're not going to be able to get them out of here.
We'll burn it. He can fix it.
It's oh my god.
Easiest solution. I'm out of ideas. She walks out of the room, and I'll go find somebody else. You don't fucking do anything I want to do. Nope. Fuck you. And she leaves.
Do you have a? I can't remember what's the.
Nope. She goes around.
I'm asking him.
She's going to the library.
Do you have a two-man pole saw? Do you have a pole saw in the?
Yeah, but you gotta fit it in the fucking room. You need a second person. You can't get to the other side. And the briars have like grown over this whole side of the room. It's like at the halfway mark across the room now. In a matter of hours. 2 shifts, you're guessing the entire ceiling will be covered. 3 shifts, the room's encapsulated. You're on shift 2.
Person that can handle this is literally 2 rooms away, and Claybell's like, I don't know, light it on fire.
She went back to the library to go get her sister because she's just giving him shit. And this will be the end of your guys' shift. Claybell will walk in. She goes, hey, bookworms. Our carpenter's trapped in vines. Your brother's trying to cut down the vines. It ain't working. The doughboy is running around the yard having fun doing laps. Will Cuff is watching him. I said to burn the room down. We lose a carpenter. Your brother says it's a bad idea. Your problem. And she turns around and walks away.
Eric,
that's 6 hours. What the hell?
Yep.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna do nothing. You're gonna wait because you're in the second shift, and I'm having your sister do something before you do. You've tried. What do you want to do? What are you and Burke doing? Your shifts are up. You've done your studying. You're into shift 2. He's still trying to get your buddy free. What do you want to do?
This is why Fireball is the best spell ever.
That is true.
Well, I think we better go take care of this. And by we, I mean probably you.
I mean, I don't really see what there is to take care of.
Your carpenter is trapped in the vine.
Oh, we need to get him out. Okay, I see. Yes.
Oh, that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I guess that's a problem. And remember, he's a Morung. He's a huge ram person. He's trapped in this vines and like wrapped all weird. Like somebody's bad at Shibari and put him up. Like it doesn't look comfortable. He is just like hands behind his head. The other one's tucked under his arm.
All right. Well,
can you speak to plants?
Here. I don't have that spell anymore.
Anymore?
It's about that time I kick in the side door, Frankhouse.
What have you been doing, Adam? Is your character just watching for them to give you space to get back into the greenhouse?
I would be curious about the other doors. I would try to go in the next side door.
Oh, this one is locked as well. But you can see
though?
foodstuffs everywhere.
I kick it down.
Couple kicks, give me your damage. Thunk thunk. This is shift 2.
Nice. That's it. One.
Shitty
only
bang
one dice
bang,
or 2?
bitches.
Oh, just one.
Okay, 8.
Kicks the door. You hear a crunching noise. Kicks it a second time. You only need 3 more points. You kick the door open.
Yeah. I get very excited. I start. What do I see?
It is. This is their dry storage and where all like when they do all their hunting. This is their dry room to like store meats rack. Things are barreled. It's just everything to survive through the winter, and we're getting ready to go into winter. So this place is full of goods.
Anything look tasty right now?
Everything looks tasty. There's jars of honey. There's dried fish. There's berries.
Ooh.
There's apples. There's Moldavian sweetbreads. There's just a ton. Lots of liquor, wine, beer.
Oh, do I smell that?
Ale. Oh, they're in the big they're in the big barrels on the side. Yeah, there's tons of them. And then this room is cold storage.
I walk over to one of those barrels and I try to open it.
Yeah, you could tap. I mean, you'd have to break it because they are sealed and haven't been tapped yet.
I'm gonna break the top of it.
Camera from behind you sees you start breaking the top. Right above, there's like the hole saw to drill it out, but you don't know what the fuck that is. So you break the top. I'm assuming you start drinking a barrel of wine.
Good.
Meanwhile, back over here, I don't have that spell anymore.
I mean, Eric, unless you want to say that
No,
because
I
the spell
don't.
doesn't
No, he
exist
doesn't.
in
Why would he? Why would he
Dragonbane
want
anymore. Okay, cool. I was
No.
gonna say if an animal whisperer works for it, but oh well.
No, I mean you could talk to your carpenter friend who can already use his mouth to talk.
Yeah. I think I'm still going to try some nature bullshit. Let me see.
You could try to figure out what it is. That's about the best you can do.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that, it would be a probably beast lore again, just like it was for him.
Yeah. Oh, I can do
Two
this one.
Banes. He can't aid you because he failed. Burke, are you trained in beast lore? Or is it just the original number?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
He,
I am.
he
No,
can
I
aid
am.
you, so it's at 1 Bane.
You got this.
Yep, that's a 3 and 8 under 17, so we're good.
Yeah, these will die once the child is full grown.
Cool.
Cutting
do I
them
know
would
how
take
long-
a spell, ability to control the vine somehow, or burning them might
Okay.
work. Extreme fire, but you obviously risk burning down the fucking building. Cutting them at the root would kill them.
Yeah.
But you know that those
I
big
don't
things
wanna
growing
kill them.
are pieces that will come to full mature for him to pluck and use. They're for him, whatever they are.
Okay. Cool.
Getting your buddy free, unfortunately, short of destroying these vines, it would be very hard to get him free. You would need like probably 6 to 8 people cutting away, you know what I mean, to beat the growth. If you were to go gather up hunters,
how quickly, and these are growing pretty fast, right?
yeah, it's half the fucking room already, and it's been less than half a day.
Easy. Okay. So,
Easy?
Georgia's gonna go ahead. I'm gonna spend my willpower already. I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Roots, so that from around where the roots are, I'm going to basically summon more of these vines to wrap up and gently pull it away.
So they are made to
Try-
ensnare people. I think the target says it has to be a person, correct? It doesn't say object. What's it say?
It just says victim.
Okay. I would be willing to do it if you are willing to spend more willpower.
Yeah, totally.
For 2 extra willpower, I'll say I would allow it if you can make that casting roll.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
spend 5.
Cool. Have you rolled yet to cast it?
Not
Because
yet,
it's
no.
with a Bane.
Buttes.
And no one can really assist you with that because I don't think anyone else here has animism.
I do.
Do
Todd
you?
might.
Oh, that's right. If you would like to aid, I will 100% let her have a boon. That's fucking awesome. I forgot you have animism. You picked up, not great at it, but you got it.
Not great, but I'm just starting out.
Stardrew says, damn, chaos is coming now.
So how many Banes?
Just a
was that
roll. Just a
again?
roll now.
Just a straight
wash.
roll?
Yeah.
Buttes, okay. Come on, Ethauntia dice. That is a dragon for
Nice.
animism.
It pulls it apart like a door. He falls out and he immediately gets out of it. As you let go, it slowly starts binding back together, and you can see it is making a kind of a cube / dome shaped nest for this thing to be in.
It's like the Groot.
Is anyone staying inside as this grows?
Absolutely not. And I think I'm going to say to the rest, all right, now let's go ahead and let the nest do its thing. And when the boy is grown, they'll clear on out. But for now, I think this is a bedroom instead of a kitchen.
This is like hiring your fucking lawn care guy to come over and be like, no, you're killing these things all wrong. This is how you just got to let it go its course.
But so we're just, all right, fuck it. And he walks out.
All right.
Maybe let's bring some of that ale, though. So
well, it's all inside that room. So if you go back to your dry storage, at this point in time, after he's, I'm assuming, eaten and drank a ton, is Fulred sleeping in the middle of the floor here, just surrounded in meals and mutton and alcohol? And did you make a nest of food leftovers?
Essentially, yeah, like the apple cores and some of the meatball. I mean, there's still food left.
Like tucked back in this corner next to the ale here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely a couple barrels are gone, for sure.
So, if you check dry storage, he's wrecked a lot of dry storage. He's drank a lot of dry storage. And he's sleeping in the corner.
Son of a bitch.
Door is also broken. And the carpenter's head goes down. He's like, fuck. And he just walks out to the barn to start getting things to repair the 2 doors that he's broken.
Right. So, what are we supposed to do with him?
I mean, his mother wasn't malevolent. She gave us a warning.
A warning? Of what?
Well, that the war has already started. Or battle.
Sorry, you're saying this like you already explained it once, and I was not around because I was cutting fuckwit out of the door.
Oh.
Or at least trying to.
Yes. Well, I
What's
didn't
happening?
hear too much about... Well, Burke is the one who found the information.
Great.
So they're at war, right? And his way of making soldiers, I guess, is through this process.
Through this? Great.
Yeah, and they fight to see which seasons last longer. It's...
What?
I know. Why can't they use a groundhog? That's what I was saying.
Hey, so we do it.
Where's Maria
All
when
right.
you need her, right?
Face palming somewhere, I'd imagine.
Okay.
I will tell you, if you look around the house, you do not
Probably
find
got her
her,
own shit to deal with.
and the curator's gone.
Oh boy.
Right.
Wait, what?
All right.
Well, remember our last episode where she's just like, guys, I don't know if I'm even a half elf anymore. Should I just kill myself to find out? And we're like, no, don't.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
The audience is playing Gales to repair the fucking outpost.
Oh.
Very nice.
It's gonna be needed. We spend a lot of our money on. We spent $3,000 to get the annals put together, so we're low on Gales right now.
I mean, I will say this. If this is the process for him creating an army, it's not going to be too hard to find. It's just going to be big balls of bragapratch everywhere.
You're not wrong.
That's true.
For our
Those-
for our 2 casters that have casted so far, would you each like a Keeper's Eye to get a D4 willpower back?
Ooh, yes,
Yes.
please.
Oh, yeah, just
Surrogate?
move that clock 2 more points.
What are you talking about? I would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
Clocks are gonna clock.
It's true. Clocks are gonna tick.
Clocks be clocking.
I'm assuming you're gonna let the boy sleep for as long as needed, not bother him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna have someone watch him? Stay in the room with him? Make sure he doesn't do anything crazy?
Yes,
Look.
I think keeping an eye on him is a great idea.
I was doing that, and then...
And then you,
Then from back
goes
right
out.
behind you, your sister goes, "But you fucked up," and he left. I did move her over here quite some time ago.
I tune slowly around, like,
She's eating an apple.
heck off. I was
What?
trying to save our carpenter. That's why I wasn't paying attention.
Look.
Also, I saw him leave. I just couldn't do anything about it.
Shh. And she goes like this, puts her hand on your face.
You shush me.
I found something out.
Oh,
I did a little work. The books they left open in the library, along with a little bit of my knowledge on things. I think that shit has grown his armor and his weapon. They say that when a warrior of the Fawn Prince is born, he and their weapons shall come with.
Oh, you're talking about the big...
I think that's his stuff.
Well,
You gotta admire the efficiency.
do ya?
So do we just
Right.
not let him have it? Do we cut it down?
Well, I mean, if that thing's gonna glow closed, he's not gonna be able to get in there.
Well, I don't think... I mean, I think he can walk in.
Great.
That's my guess. That's a guess. That's not knowledge. That's just me saying it makes sense. It's his house. You have keys to the door. You don't kick them the fuck down.
I mean, well,
Don't ya? Because that's how he seems to get through all the rest of the doors here.
It's not my fucking problem.
he's just a babe. He was just born. You know, like,
He's
it's not
just a little
necessarily that
baby.
he's going to,
Let's give him the
not
night.
necessarily going to take up arms against us or anything.
No,
He
but
could
he's
be an
gonna eat all
ally.
our shit in the
Hold
process.
on. It has been fucking days, yet hours for us. Let's take a fucking breather. Yeah?
I wouldn't mind to breathe.
There's my breath. What do we
Excellent.
do with it?
You're on first duty. Everybody else, let's go.
No, fuck you.
Yeah.
Georgia, can you talk to him?
He's sleeping. Let the fucking boy
I'm not
sleep.
talking about right now.
Get out
You
of the
doctor,
fucking
get-
room if you're gonna talk. Jesus Christ.
He drank
No,
like 3
hey, all
barrels
right.
of wine.
Keeper's name. He would keep walking.
As we're
Out
walking out,
here.
Georgia, can you communicate with him when he wakes up?
I would think so.
That's not an answer. At least not one
mean-
I'm happy about.
In here, come on.
What languages?
She's
he
going back
speaks
into the
yet.
dinner or dining room. Are you guys following?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move
Yeah.
y'all into the room. Well, nope. Georgia's shot rocket to the fucking hell and back.
Yep,
Shot around
that-
the moon.
There we go.
Yep.
Wilcuff will come in and say, "I'll watch him. I don't make any noise." He walks back and keeps an eye on the boy in the room.
Probably a good person.
Lightbell
to watch
goes,
him
"I
anyways.
think we rest. It looks like days have passed. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like just by judging the cured meats in the kitchen, it seems like almost a week.
And the fucking paper." And she slides like the newspaper out because there are newspapers.
Or there could be a newspaper that has the actual date.
No, I
That's-
agree with you. It's been like 4 days. That means that whatever that merry-go-round motherfucker that was here, time changed.
Again. Because time changed when we came out of the grove, too.
It did.
I hate
when I
it
came
here.
out of the house.
I wonder, it did. When you came out of the house, you said it did too. I wonder if passing through a veil causes time to shift, or it's different to where you were.
Maybe.
Look, we should all rest.
Should just go to Holdenar.
We should just go to rest. We should all sleep for the evening. Wake up in the morning when the boy's waking. See if he can speak yet. He's got to speak. I have a spell I
agree.
can
think
prep.
that's the way to go.
Yeah, I have a spell I can prep. We can speak to anybody. It'll last about an hour.
Great. Love it. Let's do that.
Excellent. She doesn't have a room, so she goes in and lays on the couch.
Oh,
I go up to my room and go to sleep.
All right. I'll move
I think
you.
on the way up, George is just gonna go. We should really get her set up with a room. She's here a lot.
Your sister? Our sister?
Ah.
Yeah, maybe.
Damn it, Georgia.
I'm trying to move a person.
Fuck, I was moving it for you. Every time I do it and you move it, she disappears.
Like a
I know. I was trying
slingshot.
to help him. Sorry.
Well, you guys always forget to move them, so I'm just in the habit of moving them.
Far right, about 7 lines below the map.
I got her. Don't touch her. No silly string action. Now you can move her. She's upstairs, wherever your room is.
Okay, there we go.
Jesus Christ.
So you setting up rooms? Burke, you going to your room? Or are you going to go do something else? Up to you.
I don't even know if I ever officially picked a room up.
You would
there,
have
so
whatever your
I don't
old
know where
character's
it'd be.
place was a room. And whatever that one is.
Actually, I'm going to draw a bath. That's what I'm doing.
There's one bath that's on your sister's. Oh, no, you have one too, actually. Oh.
Nope, I have one. Yep.
This one back here isn't taken. This one is
You
Maria's.
just don't have a toilet. You have a bath, but no toilet.
That's what the bathtub's for.
Oh, okay.
Oh, stomp it
It's
down.
a 2-in-1.
Oh,
Ew,
but shit day. So you guys rest for the evening. Everything's fine. You're in a safe area. Cryptids can't come in. Rest goes well. They do start cleaning the house up, making sure it's not an absolute mess. There's blood everywhere from combat. They're going to work on that. I will move us back to the day for the next day. And sure enough, the boy has woken up at some point. My question to you, Adam, have you made your way back to your nest, your briar patch?
Yeah.
You feel, I mean,
I'd
a
say-
call to it?
Yeah, especially after I wake up and there's a little bit of ale left. I drink that. Well, one thing that if we kind of look back to every time that this thing has drank ale, his ears kind of prick up, almost like radar slightly. He kind of sniffs a little bit more as well too. His eyes kind of dart in certain directions, almost like there is like almost a calling towards him. But he feels it a little bit more this morning too, for sure.
Okay. When you get to the room, because that means
you were
that
talking about when he's drinking ale.
when a full shift goes by, when you get to the door, you grab the knob on it, and you can hear the vines move and crawl across. When you open the door, it's open. In the middle, there are pieces hanging. They are opened up now. Inside is your armor, your bow, your spear, but they're all made for a larger you. So they kind of like are big on you right now. But you, when you wake up next morning, you're already a little larger. You feel like an inch taller. You're a little bigger. Bow doesn't quite fit. You could kind of draw it at disadvantage to shoot it. Like it's hard to shoot, but you're growing fast.
I mean, it is kind of big.
Oh my god, you have an actual fucking bow?
It's a pretty big.
What the fuck, Adam? Why do you have a gigantic bow? Oh, you do have it. I didn't even see you in the quiver. Didn't notice it.
Well, because it's so big, it doesn't fit snugly, so the arrows are like falling back as well too.
Is that what you're saying?
This is
Not a real bow, it's a prop.
yeah, it's just a problem.
It's a prop,
Yeah.
buddy. Yeah. So, as you gather your stuff, putting it on, that weird puppet dwarf is sitting in the doorway, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna try a few languages to see if you understand me, if that's okay." He speaks in Dwarven, doesn't work. Speaks in Moldavian, you understand a little bit of it. He's like, "Fuck, hold on a minute, hold on, stay here, don't leave, stay." And he goes running back to his goods, and he comes back with a book. He pulls it out, and he's like, "Okay, what the fuck do they speak? Let me see here. He tries Elven. You understand a little bit more of the Elven. He's like, okay, Elven's shitty. Don't really want to use Elven. What do they say they spoke? Some Sylvan language? Oh! And he runs upstairs while Georgia is still sleeping. He opens the door without asking. Unlocks it if it's locked. Stay here. He runs upstairs. Waiting for Georgia to come back. Just realized her camera's off. God damn it, Georgia. Drew Regder would hear him go scampering by your room. Enough to wake you, because you're a pretty light sleeper, I would assume, as a hunter.
I am. He's stealthy, though. And our doors are on the opposite sides of the room. Like, her door is here. Mine is here.
Oh, I meant when he broke into the room. Because he would have came up the stairs, went around, went to the door, picked the lock, came in, and started shaking Georgia awake. Georgia, you speak that druid nonsense, right? You know whatever the fuck druids speak? He's loud. He's like, I think I know how to talk to him.
Okay, how do we talk to him?
You speak druid nonsense.
Druidic? That's it?
Is that the language? You
Yeah.
fucking have your own language? Jesus Christ, I picked the wrong career. Yeah, I think probably...
I mean, it's not too late.
No, fuck that. I think it's Druidic. He's like flipping through like this little tiny book, and like flipping through. He's like, I'm pretty sure Druidic. He's first circle of Druids, right?
That does check out.
What the fuck is Sylvan?
Sylvan,
I don't have that language.
Another
He's like,
language.
he's scrolling.
It's
He's
a
like,
more animal-based one.
The book doesn't have that in here.
You have a book?
Yeah, took it from a mage, a mancer. He's traveling. He fell down a cliff. I found his backpack.
No.
What else is in there?
I mean, that tracks.
Oh, I don't know. I got it years ago. Yeah. I mean, try it. It also says maybe angelic. Maybe he's an angel. No, that doesn't seem right.
That's just Adam.
It's just Adam. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, let's go. By the way, as he turns around, he's like, he made it into the kitchen. The vines just moved the fuck out of the way. Your sister was right.
I hate when that happens.
It seems to be a lot with you guys.
What, hate?
Oh, yeah, that too. Are you ready?
No. All right, I guess I'm up.
Oh, yeah, put your clothes on. And he starts walking out of the room. He will make his way downstairs.
Georgia will get ready and go.
Yeah,
Go
you
see
too.
the boy.
All right. If you make your way downstairs, he starts going through other languages. He has one where he's howling and making weird wind noises. It sounds fucking horrible.
Is that the halfling?
No, it's howling. That's actually a language. A howler is howling language. No. Nope, doesn't seem to understand the croaking language. Looking young kid. I got a friend coming down. I think she can speak to you. Speak to you. Adam, I would like to know, what languages do you actually know?
I know Common.
You know Moldavian, okay?
Yeah, I know
So he's
Moldavian.
tried that a couple times. He spoke in Cadraic to you. He spoke in Goblin. He spoke in Elvish and Dwarvish. And then she would come down, which you would know, Druidic. And he spoke in a little bit of Mosung, what he's learned from their carpenter, which is the big Morung Ram people. And then he kind of gives up. He's like, I don't know anything else. I don't know Sylvan, whatever the fuck language that is. And obviously, at some point in time after you get dressed, you would make your way down, Georgia.
So here's the thing. I feel like Georgia's actually just been standing in the doorway, just kind of watching him go through some languages for a minute because
He's
it's
okay.
really entertaining.
He's okay at it. He speaks a bubbly, watery language at one point. He does a big booming one. He like puffs his chest up and speaks a big booming one. You would know that is Gianto, which is what giants and ogres speak.
Actually, with that one, you see the young. He kind of laughs at that one.
You speak giant, and he starts doing it again. He's like, I am Wilcuff. You are, fuck. What are they called? You're a dear person, dear. Flip.
A very dear person. Yes, well done.
Like the any of the noises, part of the dialect that he does is just big and boom. Like the boy just repeats that because he finds that really funny. Just boom.
You have to go,
Georgia,
buddy.
I know you've been standing behind me watching this. If you don't think I know, you're fucking there.
I mean, I think you should try a couple more.
Nope, I'm done. He shuts the book and stuffs it in his pocket. All yours.
Alrighty, so, and I'm going to kind of pull up a chair and just start in common and just be like, so you're awake. Hi, I'm Georgia. And I'll hold out a hand and see if that does anything.
It's up to you,
Do you
Adam.
think he speaks Moldavian?
He reaches down and he licks your hand.
It's a human face. Look, he's got a little longer tongue because he's also a deer. It's that weird, like, rod tongue that deer have.
And he grabs your hand and like turns it over, thinking you have something in your palm. Like he looks up at you like,
I think he wants food, Georgia. I speak food.
Okay.
There's berries all over. He's probably been eating them.
Berries.
He's wearing armor
but
now,
I just-
has a bow and arrows. I would like to point that out.
And he's armed.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And a spear.
Alrighty. So, and then I'll switch over to Druidic.
That's probably the language you speak the best.
Yeah.
I meant Adam's character.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about you. You may
I'm like,
or may
I
not.
thought it would be
know.
Moldavian, but maybe yeah.
I don't know about
Not
you.
the druid.
Hello. So, my name is Georgia. Who are you?
Hello, Georgia. Georgia.
Yes, Georgia.
We got a heartbeat.
Full
Keep going. Will Cuff leads in.
I don't know what the fuck she's
Full-
saying.
full-
but yeah,
full red.
It's working.
My name is
Full
Fullred.
red.
Fullred.
Full-
Fullred. Full.
I think it's a D, Georgia.
Full red?
Well,
Yeah.
Full red. It is nice to meet you, Full red.
Is he
To
saying
meet you as
Are
well.
you hungry?
like full of red? Or is he saying forehead or full red? Like,
Shut up.
It's
You're
his name,
speaking.
okay?
And Will Cuff like elbows
I
you a little
know,
bit.
I'm just trying to be able to say
You're
it
gonna
correctly.
startle him, and you guys.
You see both of his
I'm
ears
very sorry for.
point right towards.
Hi, hello.
I'm so sorry
berries. I
for
gave
my
you the berries.
loud
The
companions.
bowl.
No, it's an F. It's an F.
He pulls out a chair and just sits down at the table here, next to the broom closet.
I don't know where I am.
You're in an outpost.
You are at our house.
That's really a house. Will Cuff
I-
looks at you and
This
goes, "It's not a
This
house."
is where we.
It's a home.
It's close. Look, it's
How
close
do you
enough.
understand what the fuck they're saying?
Oh, home. Understand home. Don't understand where
Hmm?
in the world
Would,
I am.
would you like for this to be your home
Oh,
also?
don't do that. Don't invite the fucking creature in.
He can't understand what. Does he speak Druidic? Oh my god!
Yeah, it's a nice home
I'm
here.
just sitting there like,
It's warm and ale. More ale, please.
More ale?
More ale, please.
Sure. Do you want
Get it out
do you want the normal ale or do you want the berry ale?
Ale is good. Ale is
Okay.
good.
Couple minutes later, Will Cuff will come back with ale. He brings one of the little casks, like a travel cask.
He
what the
just
hell are you doing with that?
he grabs
Took
it
it
and
out
he's
to
just
storage.
like, to the prince, and takes a swig.
He said prince. He said for the pro. Fuck. He said for the prince.
Which prince is that?
Prince.
Has Bert come down from the bedroom yet, or is he still like, I'm not?
He's like sitting on the edge, like, you can do this. You can do it.
It's every day. It's every day. This is the pep talk to be a hero.
But
He just needs a vacation, is all.
Oh my
you know?
god.
He's
Yeah, he'll come down.
Okay.
He is the prince.
You can move him.
Hmm, okay.
I'll
move
Well,
him.
what can
Don't
you
fling
tell
me.
us about the prince? Do you need to go to him?
Will Cuff goes,
Um,
she's speaking in Druidic.
To go to him, I don't know. I feel drawn to the prince. Yes.
I'm sorry, what? Georgia, did he just say he fucking feels drawn to him?
And takes another big swig.
We got a deer compass?
Okay, well, if you feel drawn to him, if you want, we can go find him, or
That's a great
you can
idea.
stay here if you want to be friends.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Your
Friends,
sister's got a
we've-
fucking problem making friends with shit we don't want.
Friends, we eat
Sorry,
together.
I can't understand the words you're saying.
and we drink
Yes,
together.
Friends eat together and
Oh,
drink
God, no.
together.
I'm just gonna step over here.
And he hands you the thing and says, "To the prince." In
And I will.
Moldavian.
Oh, in Moldavian.
Yeah, and I will
Is it-
hold it up and I'll just say, "Cheers," and I'll say, "And to new friends," and I'll take a drink.
Did you? You're cheersing with them?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Both take a drink together. You cheers with them. I would like to flip to the back of the book for superstitions.
You are now bound.
Okay.
Not
Mazel tov.
far from that, Todd.
Played with you
It's
too
one of
long.
the superstitions about
It
us
is.
that we didn't know about.
Sure, but no, it's not about, it's not about you. It's a superstition about Moldavia. So let me get my book here. I gotta go all the way back to these back pages here, everybody. Give me 1 second. These are on the back of the book. All right. All right, here we go. It is, I believe. I was not expecting. I did not tell Adam to do this, by the way.
Nope. Why would you have?
I didn't. He just came up with it on his own.
I know. Eric, look at me in the face and actually think that I'm blaming this on you.
Oh,
I've
okay.
played how many games with this asshole? And you? This shit just happens.
When you say this asshole, you got to be more specific.
No, I don't. It is covering a
It's a
range of
catch-all?
shit. That is a catch-all, especially for this group. Todd, you're not excluded in that. I just want you to know. Or Hallie.
Number 44.
Or
When
Kelly. She's not even here.
When sharing a drink with a Fey-born creature,
Oh,
a bond is formed.
damn it.
When sharing a drink with a
Yeah, bond
Fey-born
called friendship.
creature, a bond is formed. I'm not going to say anything else other than that.
Don't need to. That's the superstition.
Yeah. So there's a bond now between you two. There's a tingle. There's like a camaraderie that is formed. Like it's not natural.
She
No, it's
when
Faye.
when she cheerses, he looks at the others in the room and he goes, "To the prince!" and like you guys as well too, and like slides like some cups to you guys as well too
Oh
of drink.
7:30.
In the morning. Will Cuff goes, yeah. Perfect. And he sleight of hands that shit. To the prince. He looks to Regder. Drink your shit, man. Don't piss him off.
Hey, that's right. And he's going to do... I'm going to sleight of hand this too.
Give me a roll.
Oh my god, I rolled a dragon. He does... This is what happens. He goes and takes the drink and does this. He just stacks it and it just goes right behind him out of sight.
Burke.
Yeah, no, great.
Drink
Yeah,
your drink,
right,
Burke. Are you gonna drink? Are you gonna slide it in? George is gonna be the only one buying this fucking thing.
I'm gonna spend my patch because it was
Holy shit.
19.
We all
Nope,
have...
I fail.
So
Yeah, 15 over.
You see him start to
Thanks.
pour the drink out. Do you pour him another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Hand you another drink. You obviously spilled yours. Wheel Cuff's like,
Thank
To
you.
the
guess
prince.
drinks, yeah, drink, yeah. Looks, are you drinking it this time? If you're gonna try again, it's a disadvantage.
I'm going to assist
What are you
with
doing?
his sleight of hand.
Okay, I'll
Yes,
wash
oh,
that
yeah.
disadvantage.
Make it look
Is
like
that bread still good? I'm pointing behind him because it's on the table.
a dragon.
Yeah.
Raising
All
that
right,
skill
Georgia.
tonight.
Right?
Just you all, man. Just you all. So, you
I
speak
got 3 skills to roll on.
you speak
tonight. I haven't
Moldavian, right?
done anything yet.
I speak the Moldavian.
You said you can feel the prince? Like you You know where he's at?
I don't. A feeling. I sense the prince seems important to me.
Can you feel where? Like if you close your eyes and focus on him. Maybe this guy can lead us to him. Let's fucking get this done fast.
He reaches over and like grabs like another ale that's it and just starts drinking some more ale.
We're gonna need a lot of ale. Okay.
And you see like his ears kind of like twitching a little bit, and he goes, "I don't know if it might be the prince, but I've got a feeling."
Like,
Good feeling.
could you point the direction?
Do we need to go to the prince? You all want to go meet the prince?
Wilcuff kind of looks around at the three of them, realizing there's no Maria to ask.
I mean,
I think we'd like to go see the prince in a little bit.
yeah, we don't have to go
Not right now, though.
We just woke up. It's still early. Yeah.
Would you like some breakfast?
More food?
Mm-hmm. Have you
Enjoy
ever had
some more
eggies?
I'd enjoy some more food, yes. That would
Let's
be,
go ahead and make you some eggies.
Eggies.
Who else wants eggs?
Wilcuff goes,
Or do you want eggs? Is that what? Eggies? Really? Great.
Burke,
Yeah.
Regder,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get the merchant and buy some stock. This fucker's gonna eat us out of everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
I'm on it.
Because I've seen the
I'll be back.
The
Yeah,
fucking dry
I'll be
storage.
back. And he like wanders off, and he's gonna put word out to get the merchant here, so we can use some merchant cards to buy stuff for this little shit bird that's gonna eat them out of home.
Why does he need to eat our shit? He's got a whole bramble patch full of food.
You ever seen a kid in a house? They always eat your shit. Just sharing.
Uh-huh.
Merchant. We got enough merchant cards. We'll use one of Serving Hands merchant cards. There'll be one here. He'll order extra beer, extra food. Hey, if you are gonna take us there, can you do you know the directions so we can kind of do some planning?
I don't believe point in any one direction, but I could maybe I might be able to if
What about if we give you a whole cask of ale?
more ale.
A whole cask.
I like that idea. I do.
You know what? We could go up onto the roof and you could just kind of point where you think it's at. Like, we've got a pretty straight shot, mostly all around, aside from...
But I'll still give you a cask of ale. Wilcuff
Oh,
says.
yeah.
All right, yeah. That sounds good. I can then try to help where I can.
Because you guys built that like hunter platform up top because you were dealing with the ghouls. So there's definitely a platform up there. The problem is he's got 4 legs and can't climb ladders. That's a disaster. That is an utter disaster. How about we just go up front? Let's go up
Who
front.
is anybody behind? Like, what is the order of us like walking out?
However I'm assuming you're leading. Regder's probably leading. Wilcuff goes to get the cask. Knowing Burke, he's probably behind you in case shit needs to be taken care of. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, as we're walking through the door, Burke, like this just happens. Like,
God damn it.
Is that Diana's wig?
Adam.
no, that one's mine actually.
Sweet Christ on a bike. I love you so much. Eric's broken.
I told him to do it. I didn't know he actually was going to bring it. Holy shit. Okay. I just want to point out you have a horsetail as a deer. So as you guys wander out, he's not going to be able to make it up there easily. The front yard's probably the best bet. Wilcuff will go up top for the direction he's pointing and take a spyglass to look. I've sent you the direction just so you have it, Adam.
Right.
Which direction do you want to point? You can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you what you know.
Huh.
Hey, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to get him up on the roof, you said?
Yeah, I mean, it would be the best view.
All right.
Or the lift. You could take the lift up to the next plateau and look out. That's the other thing you could do. But that's a
probably
ride.
Smarter. That's much higher. Yeah. But it's a ride. Yeah, you're right.
But you're welcome to just take a. It's about an hour trip up, roughly. Not an hour. Probably a stretch, like 15 minutes up.
If only I had a new device that would allow me to get up on the roof quickly with somebody.
Yeah, I don't know if you're he is human size, actually. You could do that. That is 100% true. You could.
He actually shakes his head too, and you notice that his hair is like longer as well too.
Suddenly,
He like shakes the braid out.
Yeah.
What's up, Fabio? Watch out for bird strike. All right.
Are you gonna like hold on and grab him up there?
do you want to get on the roof to look? I can take you up there. It'll be very quick.
Sure, if that is helpful, I could go up on the rooftop.
Sure.
That's
Let's,
okay.
And you can already tell he's gained like 30 pounds.
So let's
I'm
make
gonna
this
walk
quick.
out here.
No, like since last time he's holding on
Oh, gotcha.
to now, he's gained about 30 pounds in a day.
Hold on, and I'll kind of put my arm, like, I guess around
Like
his
where?
waist or something.
Yeah, right. Like where do you grab
one,
it?
one of the waists, I guess. You got
Okay.
two rib cages. That's weird. All right, so no. It's this arm. Shoot it up.
I don't know whose phone keeps blowing up.
I wish I had muted it when I started, like I do every day.
Wrong character,
Today.
Todd. Wrong character.
Wrong character.
Yeah. Wishing does nothing in this campaign.
No, it's true. Oh man, I missed that character. That's gonna have to be one of my horror movie ones, Todd Wishmaster. Anyway, so you grapple. How many points you got to spend to activate it?
I think to bring someone with me was
I think it's an extra point.
more points than
Eric, when you do that, let me know ahead of time.
Do what?
yes,
Wishmaster.
2 points.
Oh.
Because reasons.
2 points.
So
Okay.
spend 2 points out of the device.
Okay. And what does that do?
And that will allow me to bring someone with me. I'll shoot up to the
All right, 2 points. You shoot up the roof, carrying him. Wind in his hair, in his mane, his tail. You get up to the platform that you built on the roof for the fight against the ghouls.
That bird hits him in the nose.
You sat down. And which way does Folded point?
Is the ale here as well too?
Wilcuff will. You see a hand attached to the ledge of the roof, and another one comes up a few moments later, and it has the cask that it sets up there. And Wilcuff would join you on top of the roof. Absolutely.
He busts it open and starts having some to drink, and then he turns to you, Todd, and he offers some.
Wilcuff goes, "Yeah, you should drink, man."
No,
I'm operating this device to get back down. I can't.
Wilcoff has offered to both of them.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I'll drink some. Delicious.
Glug. You see him after like a couple minutes. He downs that thing, and then
The whole cask.
yeah, the whole casket, and he kind of stands there, and
He's
people
a growing boy.
Yeah, you would look at actually a normal human. They there's no way they would be able to do something like that. But he sits there. He looks at you directly in the eye, Todd, and he reaches back and he pulls out one of his arrows, his bow. He knocks it,
Is this your first shot?
and he pulls it directly, and he's like looking directly at you, square in the eye, has it lined up. Then you see him go up into the air, and he points in a direction and releases it. As the arrow goes flying, it actually hits a tree, and he goes, "Yeah!" And as soon as he does that, you see a lightning bolt fly out of the sky, and it explodes the tree
And what direction did you do this?
to the southwest.
Can I get anyone who has animism to give me an animism roll?
WTF.
I'm like cooking, breakfast right now, but I feel like I would still see this through.
Oh, the whole
window.
light, the whole. I mean, you'd hear it,
Yeah.
maybe not see it. It's in the corner.
Yeah.
It's southwest. It's the opposite
Just
end
as
of the
I'm
house.
just as I'm coming over the ladder, I see this. Like,
Oh,
So I'm getting the feeling that it's that direction. Is where I feel the prince. That's where I'm getting that pull
20.
from.
It's bad. It's a bad roll. I don't know why you're rolling a d20.
so-
great.
well, I guess it's in that direction.
Clearly,
There's just a
marked.
burning fucking tree.
Yeah. We'll definitely know
100
what-
meters out.
I smell ominous toll. Great. How often can you do that?
I didn't even know that I could. That was. And he like point like he's like sitting there with like his fingers and he's just kind of pointing around. Kind of like
Will
this,
Cuff's like,
and
well, let's try that not on
Yeah,
the roof. Let's not do that here on the roof.
Let's not point that at any one of us. That could be bad.
And then Will
right?
Cuff looks at Burke and goes, I hope your gadget works both ways. And he starts climbing down.
I should use it to just like zip him back up here once he's down. It's like, yep, it works. But no, I don't
More
know
like, how are you getting the deer boy down?
Yeah, well, yeah, we can I mean, well, and gravity helps.
Once.
That's true. Gravity
helps.
does help.
It helps once. With that, you're on the second story. It's almost third story because the roof was pretty tall on here and a platform. It's a long way down. You have a way. Do you have a way down? I know, Burke. You can just kind of climb down the ladder. There's a ladder.
Oops.
So
I mean, I could shoot the hook shot at the ground, but then that's a gravity assisted.
forward. Do you have a way to climb down? If you would like to try to
Oh.
climb down, you can. It's at a bane.
Probably just jump and not hurt. But
He's a
Don't wanna
deer
try
who's
that.
not fully grown.
I mean, it's possible. He could.
He
It's
can also
a
eat
possible
shit.
way to do it.
There's
Can
no
we get that
stairs
in
up
the
here,
house from up
Drew.
here?
I sit there and prance around a little bit. See, is there a balcony at all?
Yeah, there's some balconies on the way down. You could like hop a balcony and hop again if you want to try to do that. I'll let you do that without penalty. You just have to roll acrobatics.
All right, yeah, I'll try that. Work my
Broken
way
deer
over-
leg. Let's go. George is gonna have a new job.
Oh wait, no wait. I got bigger. I need to make my dice bigger as well too.
Oh my god.
Ooh, dang nabbit. Is there anything that I can any cards that we have that I give myself
You
like
would need a
-1 to that?
patch. No, there's nothing like that in this game.
Nothing like that. Nothing. So it's patches
Nope.
and things.
Nope. There would be a patch if anyone gives him a patch. Otherwise, that is a failed roll. Or, oh wait, you can't take conditions. So he hits the balcony halfway.
I got an 8.
Body
Oh, that's 7.
stumbles, falls down. You take damage. That's how it goes. You take 5 points of damage. Your armor that you're wearing right now sucks up 2.
All right.
So you take a whole 3 points of damage. He stumbles, hits the balcony, falls the rest of the way down. It is not graceful. Everyone's watching from the backyard, like, oh god damn it.
He kind of stumbles up to his feet. Feels himself. That wasn't too bad.
You all right?
I'm okay. How did you all get down? I didn't think that I could. What is that contraption? I didn't
Oh, it's the
think I can make it
fucking
down
ladder.
that thing. Well, that's what it is. It's silence. Okay.
Oh, Will Cuff looks around like no one answers. Like, it's a ladder, boy.
Ladder boy.
Ladder.
Right.
No, it's a ladder.
boy.
It's a ladder. It's a ladder. It's a ladder. You climb up and down it, but the extra legs makes it difficult.
Ladder. All right.
Ladder,
ladder.
yes. Yes, a ladder.
Right. So, Now what? We go to the prince, or what do we all do now?
Look, I'll be honest, we could use the Strider and start heading out. Maria left a note, said she would meet us if we leave. By the way, she's nowhere in the house. I checked all morning.
I haven't seen it either.
There was a note downstairs in the curator's art area. I think they left somewhere. That's what Wilcuff says.
I mean, if Maria says that she'll meet up with us, I mean, she's never gone back on her word. I trust her.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too.
Did Maria go to find the prince?
I doubt that, to be honest. Do you think that she would do that?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking the rest of them, not you.
I mean,
I don't.
she has a good head on her shoulders. I don't think she'd go by herself and no.
Well, then let's should we load up in the Strider? Have the boy follow? Well, he could ride with us. It fits 6. He's not even 2 people. I mean, he can sit in the middle.
He's like 1.5.
He can sit in the middle. 3 of us could sit on one side. He could have the bench on the other side. I could ride on top, I guess.
Well, I mean, if he knows where we're going, we could just follow him.
Yeah, but if he's inside, we can move faster. This thing's made to stride through. He can barely climb.
I mean, if
He should ride with us.
if it takes 4 passengers, but it also sleeps 4, I would imagine it's
it
not
takes
the
6
same position.
passengers, sleeps 4.
Oh, 6 sleeps 4.
Because the beds fold up. Basically, the benches pull apart and they fold up and they make 4 bunks. It sits 6 because it's 3 on each side facing each other like a carriage.
Got it.
And there's trunk storage too. There's cargo storage. I think we load up.
Yeah, my family used to have a pop-up camper that would you could sleep or you could sit at the kitchen table, but you couldn't do both because they were the same thing.
Yeah,
they are the same thing. That is correct. They do use the seats. That is correct. Yes. So, Wilcuff goes, should I start gathering supplies? Leave a note for Maria that we're heading southwest? She says she would know where we are. I'm guessing it's the fucking carriage.
I suppose that's probably a good idea. I'm gonna go gather some stuff myself, and yeah.
All right. Meet back in, say, an hour?
Why?
Georgia, you're watching the kid. And Wilcuff walks off.
Georgia's already got like serving tray that she made of like
You walk out with food?
Yeah. And I'm like just like shoveling some food onto his plate.
Wilcuff grabs something out of habit even though he can't eat. And he looks at it sad and like walks by and gives it to Claire. Yeah, he's like, fuck, and hands it to Claybell. Claybell's like, thanks. Sitting somewhere in the house. I'm assuming for the next hour, everyone kind of gathers things up, right? To hasten us along. You watch the kid. I'm hoping that Fulrid stays in the area and doesn't like run off into the fucking plateaus looking for something.
I'd probably just go wandering inside the house if I can.
Oh, God. Sure, you're allowed in.
Yeah.
He's wandering through the house.
Like, child leashes with the like harness.
You want to hold on to that?
No,
It look like a fucking kite behind him.
I got one of those actually. It's in the hunting room, right next to this bear trap that I'm picking up because I never picked mine up from when we ran out of that grove.
I know.
Oh.
So
gotta get a new one.
I'm grabbing a bear trap.
So inside our our carriage, there is cargo storage and steamer trunks. I think I said they each hold 8, if I remember correctly. So you got 16 slots to hold product, like things. 10? Is it 10 each? Oh, it might be 10 each. But that's so you can like put monster parts in it as we go, things like that. So you have room as you're traveling. As you load everything up, you realize nobody has driven this thing yet.
Yep.
Nobody. Which means it takes a language check to operate it. Who out of our group is good
Will Cuff, you're
with
up.
language? No, I understand languages. I don't speak them all.
Great.
When you speak in another language, I understand it. I can't always speak it back. That I have to train in. That's new too. That happened after I left the house. I just started to notice I understood people. I always assumed they were speaking Dwarven. Then I heard her speak Druidic, and I was like, oh.
Well, you may or may not have noticed I have been picking up on some of the local languages,
Oh, see?
which I've studied them quite frequently since I got out of the house. So if you want me to do it, I mean, I'm pretty good with machines in general.
I had no idea.
I can give it a try.
All right. That sounds
I think-
good.
Although, is this part living thing? I forgot, because it's from the Queen of the Fake.
That is a really good question. It's a
we
deep
joked
blue
at the
with
time that it was like a white cat bus.
It's a deep blue and silver, little oversized carriage with a roof rack and steamer trunks double stacked on the back on shelves. You can get it on the side. It's kind of like a rounded frame to it, not 100%. And it has legs that it kind of curls up and they split on each side of the door. So when it sits, the door can open on each side. It's got rich red velvet curtains with white like snowflakes on them, and then the windows are frosted around all the edges always. The inside of the interior is gold and deep blue. The seats, like I said, can fold into places to store, but there's no spot to sit up front and drive. It's just inside. There's no levers that you see. There's no nothing.
That's not the kind of machinery I'm used to.
It is mechanical underneath.
Oh.
There's like a huge engine and things that move. It does seem to be some form of a mechanical device. It is-
Hello, carriage.
Little computer.
You gonna try talking to it?
Just use the keyboard.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna
Give me a language
make
roll.
that language check.
What languages do you
And
speak
I
before
am-
you get too deep into this roll? Keep the roll you had in case there's any banes or boons.
Well, the languages I speak would have to carry over from our first season in a
Sure.
different game, because in this one you're like in Dragonbane you're supposed to be like
no,
just
we made.
assumed to know
I added
blah, blah,
language
blah.
rules. Nope, I
What?
added language rules.
Oh,
There's language
really?
rules in
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yep,
I had two and I picked up a third. I didn't realize there were specific.
totally fine. Yeah, it's
Okay.
as your language
Go
skill
down.
grows, you get new languages.
Oh, okay.
Did we keep all the ones that we had though?
I mean, within reason. If you had like 18 of them, you can shove those up your ass. But
No, it's not Voss.
So I have Kedraic, High Kedraic,
yep,
Elven,
yep.
and Moldovan I picked up.
So you'd have two. You'd have your native and one other. Almost everybody starts with that. That's kind of how it works. And then every 5, you get another language.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if you learned
Like-
another one from someone,
pretty
that's
much
different. You
works.
just get one. Like if you learned it from somebody, you paid a teacher. You know what I mean? But anyway, talk about that later. It does not matter right now. What languages are you using to try to get this thing to move?
I would imagine I'd start with Elven because it was a gift from an Elven queen.
All right.
And I would hope that would
Cool.
work.
I will
I got a
give.
12
I will give
under
you a
14.
boon. I'll give you. Okay. You don't.
Oh,
I'll
a
give you a
boon.
boon. You might get a
Alright,
crit.
Maybe it's a 1. Nope, a 13. 13. So yeah.
Sure enough, the doors open from the outside. Like you're outside of it speaking, and it goes, and it opens up. The seats fold into the seating position, and then the cargo in the back opens to load.
Well, that seemed to
now.
work.
Responds to Elven.
Well, good. Should write
Will
down
Cup goes,
a
looks like
number
you're in charge, and he climbs up
number of
onto the
key
rack on
phrases.
top.
I have a feeling Maria would be more proficient when she's returned.
She speaks High Elven, yeah.
Probably.
So you'll have these 20 spots. Load up what you need. If you leave some empty ones, I'll allow you to use flashback cards to say you packed something, even if we didn't talk about it on the trip, because that makes sense for the cargo. Like, oh no, we did pack that thing that I fucking forgot we had. That kind of thing. Are you going to tell it to head
How come all the
southwest?
cargo's been replaced by kegs of ale?
Right? You just see the boy stacking like 10 slots worth of ale.
Yep.
I will say Will Cuff probably does stack probably 5 in there. Just because of the boy.
Covered for 5 hours.
Well, no, you give this to him when he's not listening. That's what he says in private, like away from him in Dwarven. So let's go if everyone loads up.
Don't speak for him.
Burke, I think this is you.
All right. Let's do it. Do I have to roll languages again?
You do, yeah. This is not. You have not used this many times yet. You're
That
telling it to
is
move. You've
a
never told it to
4.
move. Okay.
4.
All right. You tell it to
Under
go
14.
southwest. The legs go down. It pushes itself up the ground. You're standing probably, I would say 3 squares off the ground, maybe 4 in spots. And as it climbs near things, its legs extend, they slide, and they raise you up to 10 squares off the ground to go over things. Is this stilt walking winter plateau strider starts heading southwest? This thing moves quick. Even down the plateaus, it even shifts the carriage sideways, so you're sitting upright as the legs climb you down walls. It looks like this thing's on some form of a pivot mechanism where the carriage will sway. It's perfect temperature inside as it makes its way through for the next, I mean, I would say 6 miles takes about a day for this thing through the plateaus. Because it's climbing up and down and over things. Audience, with that, I do need a D6 roll. As we're heading southwest, there's a burning tree that he shot. Quite some ways out in the distance. Howl's moving Baba Yaga hut is what Ali said. There's a new video game out right now called Rekka, where you build Baba Yaga's hut and you travel through it. It's in beta right now. It's like 1789. Pretty adorable. No cookie crumb trail. It's pretty sweet. Anyway. Yeah. So as you travel through, I need the audience to give me that D6 roll. Let's see what we get here. And you feel the same direction the whole time.
4.
Fulrid. 4. That night, after 6 miles of travel, you're getting past civilization, getting ready to kind of get out. You're past like the mill that you guys were at before, just past that, heading further southwest. Only some people from living Ethauntia have been this far into these lands in a game. I'm assuming that probably Regdur has been out here at some point in time. But this is the wild. This is where things are not tamed. You don't know everything that's out here. Cabins are left out here for people to hunt out of. No, deep hunters are known for going out pretty far and seeing if, things are safe, if there's anything encroaching. As you make your way out, first day passes, you need to set up to rest. You do have your tent equipment with you. That will take up some of the slots in the cargo, because you're going to bring your tents, obviously. Because this thing can only travel where something its size can move. When you get into small valleys and things like that, it would have to drop you off and rest, and you would have to get out and move through. It can't crawl through. It's too fucking large. You can walk through city streets if they will allow for 2 carriages, because that's about the space with the legs that this thing takes up to walk. When it rests for the first night and sits down, it does seem to get tired. Strider seems to come to like a slower pace. Burke would start hearing the sounds of kind of like whining and whirring of springs, like they're getting overheated, and eventually it will rest. You have to set up for the night to sleep. Over that 6 miles, almost a day of travel, the boy has gotten larger. You think a couple more days, he's going to take up an extra person slot inside, like an extra seat inside the carriage. You set up for rest, eat for the evening, burn a ration that each of you have for the night. Make sure you mark one of those off. The boy eats 3 rations. 2 of food, 1 of ale. And it's a lot. You may share that cask if you want during that camp time, but that by the end of that night, that cask is empty.
If we've if we've set down,
Mhm.
can I do a hunting and fishing and try and
If you like to spend,
get food?
but it takes time to hunt and fish. You look it up. It's not fast. Hunting and fishing isn't like you walk out and shoot something and 15 minutes later coming back with fucking food.
Yeah, no. It is.
This thing traveled for 4 stretches to climb through the plateaus, to go about 6 miles. Because you're
You can
climbing.
only carry
and going
100
through.
pounds back to camp.
It's under hunting and fishing in the rules.
I know.
I believe I believe it is
81.
a shift, and then success, based on your success, it might lessen it. Hunting and fishing skills.
Thumb 103.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Under the journeying rules, I think is what it is, or something like that. If you want to do food in the wilderness, it requires hunting and fishing roll to track down an animal. If you succeed, roll on the table below to see what kind of animal it is. Killing it requires a second roll, this time for hunter's weapon. Hunt and fishing, again, is if you're trapping it. So you probably use traps because you're good at it. And it tells you how much you get based on your D6 roll for hunting. But I'm assuming hunting is going to take probably a couple stretches minimum. There's no way you're doing it in 15 minutes. I don't know if anyone's been hunting in real life. That's not how shit works. You don't walk out and be like, yeah, I got a deer. It was 15 minutes. But I will say, you could find deer probably pretty easily. There are a lot of them. I'll say deer is 4, 5, and 6 on this chart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Give me
You could hunt a deer, but
just give me a hunting and fishing roll and see how well you roll.
God damn it. Nope. I don't find any. Fucking 15. I rolled a 17.
You see tracks everywhere out here. Mostly deer and mostly creatures running. They would be running northwest, away from this
southeast.
location. You're heading southwest. They're following the tree line, but heading north, basically, to get away from whatever's to the south. Those footprints are not deer. It's everything else. Rabbits, foxes, bears, all leaving from the south deeper into the wild. No success. You do have rations you guys can eat for the night. Everyone mark a ration. He will mark 3. Will Cuff immediately that night's like, we don't have enough food for this trip. I didn't think this boy was going to eat this much stuff. I brought extra, but we are going to have to find food probably on the way back. Or we're going to have to ditch him.
We won't ditch it.
Why not?
I'm sure we'll be able to find food.
Okay.
Is there since I can't find any animals, I'll try foraging. That's a bushcraft roll.
You're going to spend more time. You're going to have to rest at some point, man.
What time is it?
You guys traveled for like 3 shifts. A third of the day.
You get some sleep. I'll take care of the foraging. And I'm going to go ahead and tap into my undead resilience
Okay.
to ignore the need for food and sleep for 24 hours.
Oh.
Okay. Give me your foraging for the evening. It's same thing. It's a
bushcraft roll.
It's a bushcraft. Oh, if you want bushcraft, I will give you a bushcraft roll and give you a bonus.
Let's go. Let's do it. Is that a bonus or a boon?
A boon. That's all there is in this game.
A
There's
boon?
really no plus ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is a 7 under 12.
Is Adam
So you
alive?
find-
Diana asks. I'm heading home from work. Stardew says, Adam is a part of the group now. Maybe? And Adam says alive and growing. Nobody wants to hear that.
So you find a D3 worth of food rations of edible mushrooms, roots, and other plants.
Okay. Give me your D3.
Two.
2. So 2 more. That'll help. Berries and stuff. You can feed him to the boy. He loves those things. You don't rest. So you're up all night.
Yep.
When he lays down to sleep, You can audibly, when close, hear the sound of growth. Like a werewolf transforming. Like you can hear the bones and the sinews stretching and growing and healing. On day 2...
I don't like that.
Hang on.
No.
Yeah.
You're sleeping. No, you're sleeping, Drew. There's no hang on.
Okay.
What are you going to have me do? You're sleeping. You're not waking up from the sound of things growing.
Is he asleep?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh. Well, on that note, I am really worried about what is about to happen.
Oh no.
Well,
Why did it make me think like a finger in my butthole? I don't like that.
Wrong end, but don't worry. It's coming.
Georgia, I guess Burke is the only person sleeping, right?
I guess.
She's out foraging.
I know he's. Oh yeah, he would be. So you're gonna do this when she's gone. It's just you two. Is that what I'm hearing? Burke is sleeping. George is out scavenging. Is that when you're doing this?
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I would need Allie and unfortunately Burke to take off their headphones. I'll give you the thumbs up. Adam, I'm super sorry. You're gonna wish it was your butthole. Bats. While you're sleeping, Adam, before I bring him in, you're sleeping. You feel the growth and things are going well. You hear the prince begin to speak to you. It's the same war chant that is said, and this is part of like the initial training. Every time you sleep, a part of your training processes and you grow. Unfortunately, in this dream, this time, when you look to your side, Regdur is standing next to you in your dream.
I mean, he has a role to make.
No, Drew, you only do. You get a boon because you are doing it technically during nightmares. I just need you to roll 2d20 and let me know what you get. I have your skill written down.
Okay.
You've never attempted to do this to somebody before.
No, I haven't. Well, I have it written down from when we did Pathfinder 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to see what his dream is.
I understand what you're doing.
Okay.
I forgot that you still can do this because you haven't done it in a while.
I got an 8 and a 10, so an 8.
Underneath, you're in his dream. I will tell you what you see. There is an army of deer at the very front. There's the human deer hybrids. In front of that, up on this like half-burnt, lightning-struck tree, is the Fawn Prince speaking in Sylvan.
Okay.
Whoever's typing is the loudest thing I've ever heard. I think that's think it's our girl.
Allie. I think she just turned off her.
I'm muting her. You can see him speaking in Sylvan, and you can understand it because you are in Fulrid's dream.
Okay.
And he is saying that my children have risen, and more of you are being born by the day. By the end of this month, our army will have grown so strong that we can wage war on the Winter Court. I know a way in through the Gate of Blood. We will be bathed, stronger, and ready to kill all. You hear a huge roar. The very back is Fulrid, but he's far enough to, like, no one seems to notice him in the dream. And there are a few other of these little doe-like half-human boys that have not fully grown watching. I will say every one of them walks up to be a part of the army. My question, Fulrid, is do you?
I have been given food. I've been given shelter. Not had anybody be mean to me. There's this call. I don't feel the call of it right yet. I sense it, but it's not. to me, it has. I don't believe that this call has quite taken over yet. Like I like the warmth and the comfort that I have now. So he's you see him his two kind of front hooves kind of like pitter pat, like the dirt a little bit, but then you see him kind of just back of it and just kind of stands in place.
That's what I wanted to know.
And you do see each other. Like, forward, you would notice he's in the dream, unless Regdur would like to give in to the Keeper. I will let you roll a stealth roll to not be seen while you're there by anyone.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine being seen.
It's just a card.
Mm-hmm.
Sure?
Don't need the 5th claw. Don't need it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm still filing off the fucking 4 that I have. The only
What if
reason
I
this
told
one's out-
you it would give you the equivalent to power word kill, as long as you're in a nightmare?
Saying if you told me that, if it actually did that.
Oh, no. I promise you that is what it'll give you. You'll give the ability, you'll have a spell equivalent to power word kill. If you're in a nightmare, you can cast it.
It's good to know. Not right now, though.
This is a one-time offer. It'll be something different next time.
That's fair.
All right. I see someone's not like their sibling.
Correct. I do not jump face first in the dark.
The dream
Every time.
The dreamish nightmare begins to fade to where it's just you, and I'm assuming you bounce out, and it's just Fulrid. When it bounces out and it's just Fulrid there, Fulrid,
Yes.
there's a little whisper. You hear your mother's voice. It is in Sylvan. You understand it. And she says, "Son, you do not need to join this army. I was given you, and I will not let him take you. It is a choice." And the silence goes away, and you would wake up the next morning to the smell of food, berries, and whatever lovely Allie's character has brought back for you. As I give the thumbs up to the 2 party members to turn their stuff back on. I really need like I need like a card that I put up that says, "Please put headphones back on. Please put headphones back on. Yay, yay, yay." I need something. Maybe I should put it here.
I think it's a testament to my dedication to the campaign that I did not look away from the screen while I had to do nothing for a few minutes.
Allie's like over there eating food.
I was like, I gotta wait for the thumbs up, or otherwise we're gonna miss something.
No, I know. She was unmuted though, and so we can still hear her clacking away on the keyboard. So I muted her.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's
no,
okay.
holy crap.
She had to switch computers and I hastily, so we got to get all of her audio reset. It's totally fine. Everyone will wake up.
My back is.
I figured that out every time you pull out the fucking hooked cane of death.
Pain.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't care. I care that you're injured. I don't care that you're doing it. You obviously. You
relieve your pain.
Bring back just whipping yourself with a fucking plastic cane. God damn.
It's the horn from the dog and the group.
As you grab berries, bring them back for them. Everyone has food. Everyone's ready to go. The next day, I'm assuming you gather up. Is any of the information shared by Regdur? Like when he goes out in the forest to relieve himself, even if he probably doesn't even leave, he probably parks right next to the vehicle to do it. But
yeah, when he takes a step away, I'll be like, so for now, I think we can trust our new compatriot here. He had a chance to join his brethren last night, and he didn't because we'd been nice to him, apparently. So, but there are a lot of them. They said something. If I saw the Fawn Prince in his dream, don't ask. And he said something about going through the gate of blood. They'll be stronger. There are a lot of deer out there.
I would say you counted 3 seasons worth.
Damn. There's 3 seasons worth. How many centaurs did I see?
Oh, the deer
Like
tars?
a third of that, yeah.
The deer tars. I mean, the silhouettes up there were hard, but easily 50 to 100. Yeah, that noise is more of a horse, but sure, yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Now,
They
I will
obviously still
say,
have some semblance of free will if he's able to make this decision.
it seems like it, yeah. I will say, this fight isn't gonna happen here. It's gonna happen against the Winter Court. I'm guessing in Never. But he says something about a gate of blood that they'd be going through. They'd make them stronger.
A gate of blood, Wilcuff says.
Aye.
Brother and sister, you ain't gonna like what I have to fucking say.
I mean, I kind of got that impression by the whole gate of blood thing, but
Oh, no.
go on.
You remember where the wolves were?
Yeah.
We passed it already, but underground further, there is a gate that is stained in blood from dwarves holding the gate closed from the encroaching evil. It is stained in the blood of ancestors. They say that gate, when opened, can take you anywhere. No one's been able to open it.
Prince said he knew a way in,
We'll...
so he must be able to open that gate.
Here's the thing that we know that he doesn't. We know where it is.
You're saying he doesn't know where it is?
I mean, I don't think anyone outside of dwarves know. It's far.
I mean-
We're talking another 3 days. We can go across the surface 3. We'll hit into the deep wild. There'll be a small rise where the mountains stretch from the north to the south. And those foothills where they crest down before they reap back into the sky towards the maw. And that valley, and that crevice, there is an entrance that we used to use to trade goods between the north and the south. We also have to go through the frozen tunnels. And that's by foot. This will get us there quicker than I think he can travel, unless all of his army can do what we're doing right now.
No.
We should tell the boy it's going to be a few days. And I think we let him go after that, because we don't want to show him where this is.
Hey.
Whatever you did to fuck with his brain, do it every night.
I don't know how.
I don't think there's a fucking question. I think you have to. What if you see something that is being told to him? At that time, your ears would twitch. You just know they're talking about. You can feel it. Do you walk over? Or do you let him keep going?
I start casually making my way back.
Casually making your way back?
Yeah. Can I try to be stealthy about it?
Oh, you sure can. Everybody else, can I please get a awareness roll? 1 Bane. Actually, 1 Bane if he's successful. So roll 1. Give me your roll. Did you roll your stealth? You got a 1? 2 Bane.
Yet. Damn it.
Oh, you dick. You dick.
I'm going to will cuff it.
I had a 2 or 3, and then I got a 15 over.
Audience, can I get 3d20 for will cuff, please? We're taking the highest one, unfortunately, but will cuff is always aware, so I'm only going to take the first 2 d20 that are rolled. He's got a talent. He can't be surprised easily. Yep.
I got a demon.
You're unaware. He walks up directly behind you.
Yeah. Well, I feel like because like George is probably the one who's going like, you know, like he's a friend. He's part of the party now. We're gonna take care of him.
Of course you are. Of course you are. 20 arrows, deer with lightning. That is true. Yep. 14. I need 1 more d20 roll. A 14. Those are both under my skill of 17. When everyone's talking, he goes, everybody but Georgia is aware that they need to stop talking. And Georgia's still talking about how they're friends and we're taking care of him as he walks up. Will Cuff's like, hey, how you doing? You're a lot larger this morning.
Because Wilcuff said that, I'm like, of course we're going to take care of him. We've been feeding him the whole time.
Exactly.
Why would we not?
Georgia, you worry about nothing.
Georgia, he's behind you.
Yeah, right.
And he laughs.
And
Am I
I'm
like
behind him every step of the way here.
No,
am I like
for
bigger
fuck's
now,
sake.
Frank
He's
has?
literally behind you in the doorway.
Well, what was that? What'd you say, Adam?
Am I
You're-
big now?
You are large now. He's actually large sized.
Oh,
Like the very
okay.
beginning. And oh no, do you have more?
I do.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I mean, he could probably fall for this quick ruse because I
Does
mean,
it-
he wasn't born yesterday, but he
does
was
it-
born the day before yesterday. Whoa.
Lad, you're literally growing like a weed.
I've gotten a lot bigger. I have. That's true.
Hey,
He almost is like
Some
riding
piss break.
size now.
I'm like the quiver fits him like in the
Yeah.
back now and
Armor
everything. and-
fits.
yeah, the armor fits like nice and snug onto him, and he's just like,
oh, yeah. I've been meaning to ask you. Is the arrows? Is that what did the lightning bolt, or is that something you do?
I think it might have been something that I could have done.
Can I see one of your arrows?
Sure. And he hands you an arrow.
Well
Look at it.
carved, perfectly made. The arrow ends on him are made to fly. That one a further distance. He has one that's like pronged, like arrow-headed and pronged to like burrow into something. But
Like a
they're
bleeder?
normal. Yeah, they're like normal hunting arrows. Like a tracking arrow is the bleeder one. But they're normal arrows. They're just well crafted. That's it. Nothing magical. It seems like there's nothing magical about them. I mean, you wouldn't know
Neat.
without time.
Hand it to him.
You see the carriage kind of move a little bit, and the legs down the side as it kind of gets back into position to go.
Oh, I guess we're ready then.
I don't know if I can fit inside there.
You could fit, but it's going to be the three of them on one side and you on the bench across on the whole bench.
Should I move in first? All right, I'll get in first.
The carriage goes.
Yeah, just
And-
mind your shins. It's
That's true. As
So
I
look-
go past Drew, that happens to your face.
how do you even have a tail like that? Deer don't have that tail.
I'm assuming he's got like something tied to it, like a war pauldron or something. He's just hitting you with a tassel. Oh my god. As it gets back up the ride, you have told it to move before. You're telling it to go in the same direction. I need a language roll, but you get a boon this time, Burke. If you make this one, telling it to go will never be a roll again, unless it's under duress. So Burke, a language roll with 2 dice. Whole boon for your language roll. Oh, and you speak Elven, so that's 2 boons actually. So you have 3 dice.
11, 18, and a 3, so 3 under.
All right.
Nice.
You tell it to get up. It starts walking exuberantly, starts going through the trees. It parts trees. It walks over the ones it can get over, and it kind of scurries its way through the forest into big spots. It, crawls low, and the spots that needs to be high. It goes over the bushes, and you hit this huge field next to a lake, fresh water. Last time Regdor was here. Now it is double the width, and tides slowly flow from this lake. It is one of the largest, lowest lying lakes in the plateaus, and it has been consumed by tides. You unfortunately can't skirt around it totally safe. The vehicle is going to have to walk over it. It probably won't hit the carriage top, but it is going to have to go through it. Regdor,
Well,
you know it's dangerous. There are lanterns on this carriage. You don't see a way to light them.
What's the Elvish word for light?
I'll say it.
All right?
But I'll
You've-
I'll ask the carriage by saying
Sure. It doesn't ever respond, like that. But I mean, you'll get the emotional feel. It doesn't actually use words. Unfortunately, you've never lit these lights below before, so it would be at a Bane, but with the Elven language that would wash it out. It's a regular roll. Does anyone else here speak Elven?
I
Right.
do not.
Real.
Will Cup goes, hold on. He pulls out the book. He's like,
She was.
yes, what yeah, that's the word. I think that's the Elvish word is. He shows you two. I'll give you a boon. As he shows you the word as well.
Oh.
So you got 2 dice.
I got an 11, but with the boon, it was a 2. So 2.
The whites, and you see fireflies of this white blue float around the carriage. And sure enough, it pulls and pushes the tides away from the legs of the carriage as it walks through safely. It's not deep enough here to where it would consume the carriage. If it did, you might be in a little bit more danger. Like walking through tides, you don't know if it can handle it. With that said, I did add another moth speaker card, which will level up our moth speakers' moths, and they can handle more difficult tides. They wash a boon away when they're dealing with it. So that is one of the legendary cards that got added back to the pack. I also added more magical item legendary cards. Another library got added, all that jazz. So as it walks through another day, you guys are all in the carriage together.
Is
eating,
there
drinking.
quick question? If I know this lake at all, do I know is there a sandbar? Is there a better place for us to cross?
It's far out past it. You're skirting it. You're not going through it.
Okay.
You're just staying out of the thick forest where you can't walk. You're kind of taking the trail through that's semi-walkable. It gets to a part that's thick, and the carriage stops at the end of today. And in front of you, this stuff is thick and rocky, and the trees are so high, you're not sure the carriage can make it through unscathed. You risk damaging the carriage through here. There is a hazard roll that'll be rolled. If it is a 1, 2, or 3, the carriage will take damage. Or you can go by foot. It will just double the length of time that you need to travel. And this is it setting down outside of the tides in a little bit of a thick overgrown area, but it can rest down and you'd be resting for the second night. Everybody eats another one. The big boy eats 4 rations, one of them being alcohol. And you rest for the evening.
I don't eat.
That was for 24 hours. You gonna do it again?
Yep.
All right. She activates it again.
No, because I ate yesterday, and then the 24 hours started, so I'm about to crash out. But
Right.
it's my
But are you
last
gonna
one.
activate it again?
No, I have to sleep for 8 hours.
So now she's gonna be sleeping. With that said, everyone would lay down. You have your conversations. You eat together. The thing goes back to rest. The lights are on. You could pull the tents out and kind of set up so not everyone's laying in the wagon because he's too big. You could put 2 together to give him an area. You could try to go hunt if you want for the end of that day. That's up to you to make some supplies. But I
He's
need the
probably
audience.
not going to want to eat deer.
Well, you could go foraging.
It would at least cover our rations.
That's true. It would cover your
That's true.
rations. You could
That's
go
true.
sky fishing down here. There are sky fish in this valley. Do you have a fishing pole?
It's actually a net.
Oh, you have
in
a
the-
fishing net? A sky net?
But I don't think I have one.
I mean,
No
for
shot.
a flashback, you could.
How many flashbacks do we have?
1.
Do we want to waste that on a fishing net?
I'll give you a boon to hunting and fishing. Actually, I won't give you a boon. I'll say +2 to how much food you get. Makes more sense.
Oh,
Not a
I'm
bad
sorry.
idea.
If it succeeds, Fisher attaches D4 rations food with a fishing rod or D6 with a fishing net.
Right, but I'm saying if you have a sky net and it's made for doing this stuff, I'll give you a +2 to wherever you roll for how much you capture. Because it's a big net. Might as well.
Before I say yes, I'm going to double check my inventory and make sure I don't have one because I know that I.
I don't think you do.
Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't.
Would you like to use it? It's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, but I feel like we should save that for something more substantial.
I mean, it's up to you.
No, I'll hunt and I'll forage.
Okay, give me a roll. There's plenty of fish around flying. Some of them are bad.
Made it.
All right.
Okay, so there's that.
How much do you get?
We get a deer.
No. You're fishing. You said. I'm gonna go with. I have a fish chart.
I'm fishing. I caught a deer.
Did you roll a 6?
No, I said I wasn't going to fish because I'm not going back for the net. So I'm just going to hunt and
So you're hunting.
forage.
So you find a deer. All right. You
Yeah.
get a deer. I unfortunately, because it's a deer, need you to roll me a d6.
3.
3. It seems fine. There are other deer you didn't shoot. You did see a few of them that had 2 heads. You saw another one that was about 3 times the size of a normal deer. But you finally get one that looks normal. Like it's not part of maybe his, growing army. At least in how it's distinguished physically. You gather things up, take your shot, bring back a deer. Now, with that said, I will have to ask Fulrid. He brings back a deer to start skinning. How does that look before your night of rest? How you feel about that as we go into another night of rest for you?
Have I haven't seen them do this yet because all of it has been.
No, they
rationed.
let your mother go. That was totally fine. You left the camp before you saw anyone bring back things to skin. There was meat in the place in the cellar, but I don't think you knew what it was.
Yeah, he would seem very agitated, and like kind of stomping, like coming kind of close to you and like stomping like his feet
Okay.
as well too, kind of
Throwing a temper tantrum as a grown
a
teenager.
little bit, almost like a challenge of like what is that? But then he doesn't quite know.
Well, buddy, are you not attacking?
I'll
No, not attacking him.
All right. I'm assuming you field dress it and chop it up and cook it for the
Yeah.
night and salt the rest.
If Georgia was awake, she would be chewing your ear off right now.
But you're not.
They're in season. This isn't poaching.
Yeah, it's
We
not
eat
poaching,
this
it's in
every
season.
day. Quit your
This is true.
bitching.
No, but the company.
Yeah, well, it's like Hannibal eating
if I
people
could
around
have
people.
field dressed it away from him, I probably would have.
You would bring it back
But-
to the camp because that's where all the gear is to do that shit. You guys
Yeah.
have the monster tools, all that stuff's here to kind of do that. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense. And do you want to be out in the wilderness longer than you need to be?
No.
Okay. So you come back and set up your field dress. He's uncomfortable about it. Are you going to go into do what you did last night again tonight when he sleeps? That's not true, JD. I don't care either way. Adam has his own agenda.
Because I did this because I did this in front of him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
All right. You know what, you two. Allie, get your cane out for your neck. Todd, pull your earbuds out. It's Secret Secrets. So as he lays down to rest, you walk over and do the same thing this time. I do unfortunately need an awareness roll from Folgerd this time. Add a Bane, because you are laying down to rest, so you're not totally aware, but I'm assuming you're a little sketchy about those people, like any deer would be.
Okay, that is a 20. Got a demon.
He doesn't notice. You get into the dream with no problems.
Okay.
This time, I will let you pick where you're standing. It is the same scene, except this time the prince is walking through the army from front to back, talking and touching the lines and like painting their faces on the like where he's going through, like war painting them in pinks and blues. In his hand and on his horns, he has sprites and pixies hanging from it on like little nooses, and he's cutting them and using them as blood to paint their faces.
Oh God, like fireflies. Wow.
Where would you be this time? Are you still in the back watching?
I'd be next to him if he hasn't moved.
I just want to know where he's standing when you come into the dream.
Yeah, when you do come into the dream, you notice he is farther forward. He did take he's farther forward than he was last time.
Would you consider yourself in the line, or just are you like the person creeping forward to listen more? Are you like in the line ready?
No, he's creeping forward slightly, and you see his head, his ears just kind of keep twitching just a little bit, even though he is kind of creeping forward.
When he's walking by painting faces, you notice that every face he paints, that warrior grows 2 feet taller. They become dire versions of Centaur or Ilutar. They are fucking 9 foot tall, just enraged and large. And he goes through and they make a center line down the middle at the spine of the army. And he gets to the back line, he paints the 2 boys in the back that have joined in the last one. And he looks up and he looks at Foldred and then turns, and I need a stealth check at a Bane.
Oh shit.
For you.
Oh, shit.
Make it 3 and a 12.
He turns, he squints, and he looks at the boy. He's like, I felt that you had a friend with you, young warrior.
Don't, no friends here, Prince.
It is your time. Do you wish to be large and strong like the rest?
My time.
Are you not a warrior of the Fawn Prince?
What about those that brought me?
Who?
I'm gonna leave the dream.
You bouncing?
Yep, I bounce and I wake him up.
As you bounce out and start shaking him, I actually need you to make a awareness roll at 2 Banes because you were currently deep in the dream.
2 Banes.
If you were inside, you would have had a better chance of waking him up.
Well,
I didn't think I could wake him up from inside.
Well, since I'm
you don't know, you haven't practiced.
Yeah,
I should probably get my even bigger dice now too.
Since
I'm like really big. All right, here we go. Oh,
no. Did you fail?
I did.
You're still in the dream. Bye, Drew.
Nice.
So with him still in the dream, everybody, listen. Your friends are not friends. Those are enemies of spring. They are enemies of the Fawn Prince. They are enemies of our kind. They believe us to harm them, but they hunt us daily. I'm sure you've seen them kill our own, cut them, string them up for food. What friend kills family?
I let my mother go.
Because they thought she was diseased. She is born with the sight of a human. The decision is yours. And he turns his back and you hear the first footstep and he starts walking back to the line and he is patting all of the new spine of the army, these gigantic warriors. And he gets like 3 rows in. I'll see you tomorrow night, young one. I'll see you tomorrow.
He just kind of lowers his head.
All right. Will bring us back to the party.
Todd stepped away.
Todd stepped away. It's all right. As, he's like, "No, I'm sleeping. I ain't waking up for this shit. You can go fuck yourself." As you guys are sleeping, the next morning. Well, actually, I take that back because technically, Regder, you would be awake still. Vines have grown around him in a barrier, similar to before. He's wrapped in like this cocoon. At the top of the cocoon there is this weird formed horn crown at the top of this, like, almost sleeping bag that he has been put in. As he wakes up, it just kind of dissolves and falls apart around him and breaks into these little twigs. The crown is still intact. On the ground lying next to you, Folder, is a small crown made of thorns with pinks, reds, and a little bit of red across the front of it. It looks like mini antlers, which you don't really have yet.
And I reach down to pick it up.
Okay.
Does anyone know it? Yeah, I'm. Forget.
That was not on him when you were in there, Rector.
Mm-hmm.
I'd look at them and.
Does anyone say anything?
It's not ours. It was on whatever new bramble was encasing you while you slept.
Okay. Does this resemble the Fawn Prince at all?
A smaller version.
Smaller version.
It's made of twigs and thorns and vines and painted.
Don't understand.
Wilcox's like, I wouldn't put it on. It's probably bad.
You said I would put it on?
No, don't. No.
Don't put it on.
No, he's
No.
saying he wouldn't,
I wouldn't
put it on. It's probably
Wouldn't.
bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It
do
is-
that.
All right.
If there's one thing that I've learned, it's if things kind of suddenly just show up, maybe leave them alone sometimes.
He points at her skull with a blue candle in her mouth.
Last time I accepted a crown.
When she wakes up today, because you guys have not seen this, it sounds like bones like creaking and clacking back together. Like everything's kind of pulling back together as she stands up in the morning. Behind her, all of her skin is left behind. Because Allie hasn't used this ability yet.
Oh no!
She's now
I didn't know.
full Sarian. Dwarven bones only, though.
Well, that settles that.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
now you
that,
should
everybody-
now you should really be worried, because what can our sister do to you now?
I clearly
Uh-huh. And I smirk as I turn away.
we don't see her eyes get that big though, do we?
No, it's just skull. The flame would light up, and I see the candle lights up, and her eyes are on fire.
I would. So some of the ale I had left over, I would take it over to her and be like, maybe.
Oh, she can't drink that, and he grabs it, and he goes to drink it. And he's like, "She can't drink, not anymore. Look at her."
I feel like in her shocked state, she's just kind of like, and then she looks over and she just goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Regder, venison."
Well, you don't have to eat it now either.
It's true.
By the way, lad, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just trying to feed my people.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, we eat deer all the time.
Oh, but there do seem to be a lot of them.
Oh,
I mean, it's true. There are a lot of them, and a lot of them are changed. I did my best to get a normal one because I didn't want one that had like your awakened state.
A second
wouldn't be
head.
right. Yeah, or a second fucking head.
well,
So it's just.
Wilcoff goes, "We should just glaze over this. We apologize. We'll only pick berries and fish for the rest of the trip. Right, Rector?"
Aye.
Right.
Got enough salted anyway.
So, Burke, if you can get this thing up and running, we can get moving. Since he's fucking larger again today. He's like all muscled. He's cut and carved. He's starting to grow hair on his chest now.
Yeah. All right.
Well-
Let's get this going.
while they're doing that, I'm gonna kind of lean over to Feldrick and be like, "So, lad, what did you choose last night?"
Oh no, I saw him in the dream last night, didn't I?
Nope.
No, I did
Not
not.
last
see him.
night.
Not last night. The first
Oh,
night
the
you
night
did, and then he
before.
realized he could hide, and he hid immediately. And he's like, "Oh, I should probably not fucking be in broad daylight inside the dream."
Yeah. Oh, no. Maybe when I saw you, well, to me it felt like an easy decision. You all showed kindness to me.
I mean, we tried.
You did, but you showed warmth. I would even say compassion as well.
Cage-free deer only, man.
And even an apology from what happened to this. But
I mean,
can't-
you were literally a babe in the woods. You just happened to be in our outpost.
it's true, and
Just wanted to do right by you.
I couldn't have any ill will towards you all right now. You all haven't tried to hurt me in any way, and I find the call of whatever it is, this army that the prince wants in this war. I don't know if I want to go.
Wait a
Man,
minute.
that's
Wilcoff leans down. He's like, "Army?"
Oh yeah, huge. I will say, for you only being a few days old, that's incredibly mature.
With being mature, Wilcoff says, "Are we gonna try to take the fucking carriage through here? Because it might get damaged, and it is just an overgrown forest.
I don't know that we can.
You
We might
can.
need to hoof it.
But you risk it getting damaged. It does have hit points. It does have armor of 10 because of all the upgrade cards that it's gotten. Instead of 6, it's 10 now.
What about Maria?
She said she could find
He
us. That's
said-
what the letter said. I brought the letter.
Well-
She said, "Bring the letter," and I brought the letter.
Well, it's probably
Do we-
well in that case, it's probably the letter she's tracking and not this thing.
Look, it's got a painting of us in it.
Well-
I'm sorry, what?
It's a painting in the letter of all of us. Look. And like
wanna
unfolds
check that
3,
out.
and it's a really well painted thing. It's signed Maria.
Oh, she made it. Okay.
She's got fucking painting skills, like
Oh,
hardcore.
I know she does. I know she does.
It is the inside of the carriage.
I see.
I think we should probably take it with us then. Because if we leave it behind and this is her point of entry, that's going to put her days behind us if we
Well,
don't.
it's time for a very important roll, audience. I need a D6 from you. If it's a 1 through 3, the wagon is going to take some serious damage climbing through the mountains, heading to the entrance that Wilcuff knows about, and it is in the direction that Foldred has been pointing. We'll close it out with this scene, and then we'll see if our dear friend, when we get there, sticks around.
Our dear friend.
Our dear friend.
Her dear friend.
A dear friend. See what they get in the D6 world.
4.
Going
Booyah!
through, the armor is enough. You believe if this wouldn't have been an upgraded one from the queen herself, this thing would have been damaged, and Burke would have been spending days repairing this. But going through, the armor is scuffed. The legs are got some marks. Nothing that a little bit of time and polish and buffing won't fix, but you make it to this area pretty cleanly. It opens up slightly, enough for the carriage to rest. And there is the kind of the foothills that come down split. And in the middle of this foothills, there is a cave that is wide open, nothing covering it. And there are deer prints everywhere around it. Fur. There's markings on all the trees from some of the larger deer. You can tell there have been some here. But none of the footprints go into the cave.
Can I make a bushcraft and see if there's something guarding the entrance of the cave, and
Yeah.
that's why there's no deer? And
Yeah,
none are
absolutely.
Going in?
Yeah, you could if you want.
Well, he's doing that. Does this cave look like the one I saw? We saw?
Yes.
And is there
Yeah,
a
made it.
tree?
there was a tree off to the right of the foothill, not far from where you're rested down, maybe, I don't know, 10 meters. There is a tree that has been struck with lightning and hollow on the inside. Very similar to the one that he hit with lightning. Very similar style of damage to it. What did you get on your roll there, Regner?
I made it.
You made it.
12 under 14.
Yeah, there is definitely something in here that they didn't want to go in. There are large claw marks in the stone. Like something moves through this area and tunnels, these veins within the mountain, swiftly using its claws. There's no burrowing left behind.
God.
You've never seen marks like this before.
Mm-hmm.
There's a slight cold breeze that blows out of the cave like any cave, but to Regder, it's just a little colder. And actually, probably to Georgia, if she had skin, it's a little colder than what normal wind out of a cave would be. With that, we're going to close our episode for the night. We'll talk to Adam in Secret Time briefly as we do our experience on if he's going to come back and play this perfect creature once again with his wonderful wig of death and bones and destruction. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was a wonderful episode.
Yeah, dude.
Very different. I gotta say, does anyone have anything going on this week before we close down? I think Todd has something for us tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, I still haven't finished that one thing that I lost a bunch of time on when the file saved wrong. I've been skirting it, but I came up with something else in the meantime.
In the meantime?
I'll drop a link in the chat.
I think I have Todd's shirts here. I'll just hit the button. Let's see if it does it. Todd shirts. Boom.
Nice.
Which one is it in Todd shirts?
It's this one that I put in the link anyway. Oh, and it didn't link. Did it link?
No, I did it. It's already there. I will
No, but I mean the one I put is the specific one.
Oh, is it the normal one? My ruse?
Yeah, that's
I will go to my ruse and I will drop that separately as well. Here is the my ruse one. What is it? If I seem normal, it means my ruse is working. Look, dude. Look. It's not my fault that everyone in this group has some fucking ruse face ready to rock and roll every time I'm doing something. Because I'll see a smirk on one of you and you'll be like, but actually. So that's up now. It's on sale right now for $16 for those who are looking for some new swag to wear. Back to
It's on
What's that?
prints, it's on stickers, it's on mugs, it's on
Is it
hats
stickers
now.
too?
They have hats. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That link went to the shirt, but I mean there's stuff at the bottom. Scroll.
Yeah, I want stickers. I love stickers. With that, does anyone else have anything going on this week besides Todd's shirts?
We're doing spooky games on Thursday. We're playing 7 Days to Die. It might
Wrong.
start a
You
little
didn't
bit
say
early.
Space Marine, so I'm disappointed in you, sir.
I haven't picked it up yet.
Amir has it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, you want to be a Bleak Knot? That's the game.
Okay.
So you're playing 7 Days to Die on Thursday. Allie, what about you? You got any shows coming up? Anything fun? I know you were going to be on Monday.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Monday.
Is Allie reaching for it?
Yeah.
Allie will be back as her mushroom person. Are you going to put one black spot on there for death?
I sure fucking
For
can.
dying, you just got one little black spot, like right in the front. I'm back.
So excited. I have to rewatch the VOD to remember that obnoxious
Oh,
voice.
God. That'd be great. Adam, thank you for guest starring, buddy. Do you got
Of
anything
course.
going on this week? Any other shows this week? I know you'll be back on Monday, obviously.
No, nothing else.
Nothing else?
This was the week. This was
Are
the
we
fun.
maybe going to see you next week? Actually, don't tell them. They can come to Secret Time. Don't fucking ruin anything. There you go. Wave bye, everybody. I'm going to go to me to close this out for the night.
Goodbye, friends. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye,
Who
everybody.
knew we were going to give birth to a deer tonight that was really a human? The It's also a warrior to have 3 wig changes and a horsetail? I have a lot of fucking questions for what's going on here. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this afterwards, right here where this deer is, it's probably gonna be a video to watch. I'm guessing it's probably Breachers. And over on this side, subscribe. We're trying to hit 500. We've been growing exponentially over the last couple months. I'm super happy. And thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy these shows. This is Ethauntia using the Dragonbane system, and I have some cool stuff coming out for that this year. But until next time, everybody, beware, or the tides will find you. Or maybe a deer tail? I don't really know.